love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Taking that off me. Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night for your love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Taking that off me. Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night for your love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Taking that off me. Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night.
Hey y'all, what is up? Come on in the room. Welcome to the Move Room. It is your girl, Sister Girl. And y'all, look, I told y'all yesterday I was going to go watch the Jason Lee Karlissa interview, but I didn't. So I'm going to watch it for the first time with y'all because I just want to be vindicated. And I feel like I can be vindicated because I told y'all who's the mastermind behind everything. Welcome to the room, Willa B, WB, that's me. What's up, boo? What's up? So y'all, we gonna get into it. Because ain't nothing else to do. Because I'm just saying, I told y'all she the mastermind behind everything. And I let's just listen. So we gonna get into it. We gonna watch it together. And see what it do, y'all. See what it do. Okay, let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I had no idea.
Yeah, that was 46.
So you over there trying to be my son's sugar daddy?
No, I'm not.
Shame on you.
Let me do my job. No, I'm not.
You're right, my bad.
So those of you that have been following everything over here at the Jason Lee Show, you know that we've been talking about Blueface and Chrisean and Jaden. And you have been a part of the conversation from the beginning of what now people are now calling the group chat they want to be taken out of. Do you see that online where people say, please take us out of the group chat?
I see it.
Okay. I want to first get to know who you are because I really only know you through Instagram posts, viral clips. I would say you rock out with your out, but you just blast out with your out. We're going to talk about all that. But let's first establish one thing, because we've had your son here a couple times and I've known him for a while, and I've admired his growth and how he's been able to pivot from being an artist to now a viral sensation and actually putting everybody in situations to be talked about on a daily basis just by virtue of his life. But I've always been intrigued by wanting to know who he was as a person outside of Blueface the rapper. We know his name is Jonathan Porter. We know that he, I've learned through the show and through getting to know him that he's played football and he's Karlissa's child. But when I ask him about his upbringing, he doesn't really want to get into it. What is it about his upbringing, specifically his parenting and how he was raised, that makes him not want to share?
I think they're honestly, him per se, I think he doesn't want to share that he actually had a good life. He actually, done some things and seen some things. I think, I don't know what rappers, I feel like they want to play like, they've been through hell and back, and I feel like he didn't get enough of that, maybe, that he, honestly, I'm at a loss for words for it. Okay. I try to figure it out myself all the time, but I feel like he wants to have had more of a, when you listen to his peers in this industry, they've, our mom's on drugs, we don't know where our dad is. That's not the case for him. So I feel like he just probably wants his story to be a little bit more Rambo.
Well, he hasn't really shared that it was all doom and gloom. I mean, he talked about the fact that he was an all-star athlete, that he played sports, that he went to college. He was an actor. he didn't share that he was an actor, but he did share, when I would talk about how he was raised, and I would want to think back to the first interview I had with him and Chrisean, where I was trying to establish, maybe similarities they may have had in growing up, where Chrisean told her story, where she had a challenged upbringing. And then when I asked him, or I mentioned in the interview that I thought he had a good upbringing, I think if I could recall, Chrisean made it sound like he was protecting his upbringing, that there were challenges in the house that he didn't want to talk about. Maybe not necessarily gangs, because this was pre-schoolyard crip, but how was the upbringing? Like, how was raising Jonathan? Was his dad present, absent? Was it?
I just want to say something right there, because he said that I guess you just got to listen. He said that he interviewed Chrisean and Blueface pre-schoolyard crip. But I thought, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that he been hollering schoolyard crip since Tatiana, right? So I'm like, just interesting. Just a little note, y'all. I might stop it from time to time because I don't want Jason Lee coming for me. But just a little note. We gonna dig in this history, because I'm telling y'all, all I need y'all to be like, okay, sister girl, you was right. I don't know. Hey, Lim. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so that was very interesting that he even, was like, this was pre-schoolyard crip. That's why I'm telling y'all, if you don't, let me say this before we continue playing the rest of this video. If y'all don't hear nothing else Sister Girl said, understand Sister Girl told y'all Karlissa was the mastermind behind this whole Chrisean, Blueface, Jaden, Alexis, the drama, getting them in the spotlight, whatever. Chrisean threw a monkey wrench in the game when she had nephew. She threw a monkey wrench in the game. She wasn't supposed to have no babies. Now, as long as this girl was putting her body through trauma, you know what I'm saying? Unaliving her babies, unaliving her fetuses, they was good with her. Everything was good. They could do whatever. But as soon as she made a decision to have this baby, she messed up the plan. That's just what that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say this, but we gonna continue. We gonna continue listening.
All on you by yourself. How was it?
I would say it was 75%. I would say 75 to 80% by myself. His father did, however, show up and do, what he could. But obviously, when you are two different homes, there's not very much you could do. His father got married very early on after I had him. He might have been not even a year or two when his father got married to someone else. So naturally, if his father is there, he couldn't be, there with Jonathan. But he made sure that he was at every game. If we needed him, or, we had to call him for something, he was there. But he didn't have his father, to go out and throw the ball with him sometimes when he wanted to. So I would say 80% of the time I was by myself.
And so you had 3 kids. He's the baby. He's the baby. So you had your son, Andre, and then Callie, and then Jonathan, and then
Blue, and they're all about 3 or 4 years apart.
Okay. And so when you were raising him, what was life like in the house with the 3 of them?
Crazy. They're all crazy. No, I'm just kidding. They're the outspoken kids. They're the kids on the playground, all 3 of them across the board. They weren't shy. Blue was, however, a little bit more shy than the others, but Callie and Dre, I had to go up to the school every 5 minutes and talk to the teachers and deal with different situations. So they were definitely the class clowns and, the fun kids on the playground. Now, however, they did grow up on 81st and Broadway also in South Central Los Angeles. So you know what that's like. So
because I don't go that way. My car don't go past Wilshire. I stay on this side of town.
Yeah, didn't nobody tell me that. I'm from Ohio. So, when I got to Section 8, I was like, shit, let me find a house. And I ended up on 81st and Broadway.
Jason say, my car don't go that way. My car stops before we get over there. Jason say he don't be over there in the hood like that. So okay, so these is some privileged kids that's been subjected to the hood. Okay, that's what we getting right now because she had got her little Section 8. And so she needed to move them. So she moved them into the hood. Okay. Okay. I mean, it happens. It happens. But we gonna listen. I gotta keep stopping every now and then, y'all, because I don't need no issues, okay? But we gonna keep listening.
I thought you guys were in the Valley, though.
No, Jonathan's never lived in the Valley.
He didn't. I thought he went to school in the Valley, didn't he?
So he went to school once my older son went to jail.
Okay.
I don't want to rush you on your job.
No, I'm following you.
But once Andre went to jail, I panicked and was like, we got to get out of here. But by then he had already been over there.
Okay. So when you moved from Ohio, you relocated here. Were you with kids or without kids?
I came here with Andre. He was 2 years old.
And then you moved to the...
We started in the Valley. And then when I met John's dad, we ended up in LA.
Okay. So when you were in the Valley with Andre's dad, how was raising Andre different in that environment?
Okay, so let's back up because I got 3 baby daddies. I'm transparent all across the board. I don't sugarcoat shit.
We got nodes. We know.
Okay, so I have Andre's dad. I left because he was my neighbor and he wasn't very, well-to-do.
In LA, here.
I was 17 years old in Ohio.
In Ohio, okay.
And so I left that and I came out here to be an actress. So I left his dad there and I just brought my son with me. Like we're just getting ready to come out here and ball out and do this, us. I met Janice's dad and, he was well-to-do and I ended up getting pregnant. But he had a situation with his baby mama already. And then I got pregnant and then she got pregnant. Their kids are 9 months apart. So it's kind of almost identical to what Chrisean is going through with Blue. Mm-hmm. So then I left though. I left immediately. And so my friend, my neighbor I worked in the mall at the time, at the Crenshaw Mall. Mm-hmm. And John's dad, he stayed with me through the whole pregnancy. I had the baby. We got married, and then I had Blue.
Mm. So Andre's dad, when you got pregnant at 17 and you left, did he stay involved in Andre's life, or was that?
So I didn't tell him that he was Andre's dad because it was between him and my boyfriend. He was my neighbor, so I couldn't have confided in him. I had a cheating boyfriend running around, running here, running there, taking my car, doing this, doing that.
Karlissa say, she ain't tell him because child, it was between him and somebody else. Like she didn't, know or whatever. So this is why her and Dre is beefing right now. It's on social media, which I don't know why they got to do it on social media, but I mean, I understand. It's all, everything is content. Everything is content. So so her and Dre is beefing right now because all this time, Dre really kind of never knew who his dad was. So he feels some kind of way. So on her show, she was supposed to have what's the word I'm looking for? Revealed who his dad was, or had him take a DNA test for his dad. So, I didn't ever see the part where it all happened. They just talked about it because in the process of all that happening, her and Dre fell out and they was, going off on each other on social media where they've been at for the last probably about 2 to 3 weeks. So she had to reroute her show, and that's why she did the whole I'm going to pull up on my grandbabies, which, was smart because from what I'm understanding, she gained a lot of supporters from, a lot of people tuned in to her little show now, and she, her platform is doing a little bit better. So, I mean, I told y'all she is the marketing genius behind all of this. I told y'all. Now just pay attention. She get, we still in the early stages of her breaking down who she is. But if you listen to who she is, you will learn a little bit more about her. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can go back on a lot of Sister Girls old videos on Karlissa, and you gonna understand. I've been telling y'all. I've been saying it. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, I've been saying it. It is what it is. Okay? Y'all, if y'all can do me a favor, just please like it. Even if you come in and go out, just please like it on your way out. Please, you ain't got to really like it if you don't like it, but just like it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here we go.
You had a boyfriend at the time you got pregnant with Andre?
Yes.
I had another guy?
Yes. So I had a love interest for a couple years.
So the neighbor who you were confiding in,
he was confiding in me.
Literally?
Yes. And it was my first orgasm. So then I was like, oh, fuck, that can't be good, right? So then 9 months later, I kept doing that calendar. You know how you do you don't know what I'm talking about, but I was doing that calendar. And I just got sick of the calendar and I ran.
Like
Tina Turner ran, or like?
And I just packed up all my shit and he wasn't my neighbor no more.
Okay, and so when you left, the boyfriend, he think that he was Andre's dad?
He knew. He told me, he was like, because I waited like 3 or 4 months trying to figure it out. And then he was like, I think you're pregnant. And I was like, well, I think you'll never find out. And I left.
So when did you find out, and how did you find out who Andre's dad was?
I haven't yet.
So Andre still doesn't know if the confiding neighbor who confided in you or the boyfriend is his dad?
No.
But
man, that right there. Hey, Robin. Hey, Robin. How you doing, boo? Welcome to the Moo Room. Hey, boo. He might not be that's what I'm saying. It's still like it could be. You're saying that because you saying that's the first time you had an orgasm and all this other stuff. But baby, that does not signify that is your baby daddy. I mean, especially if you sleeping with them around the same time and all that, y'all, that's okay. Like I said, I'm a birth doula. I study birth. I done birthed 6 babies. You hear what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you, that does not mean anything just because you think, oh, I had an orgasm, so that couldn't be right. So really and truly, it is 2 men still out here that could be Dre's dad. One or the other. And here this man is 30-something years old. 30, like I think Dre's probably like 32, something like that. 34 or something like that. And this man do not know. You done told him that this man was his father. But in all actuality, you really don't know who his father is. That dang on Karlissa, DaMama, I thought it was sad that she did not think she could do it without a man by her side. Man, even the way she like talks to Mr. Schofield, to Sterling, even the way she be talking to Sterling sometimes. But Sterling is starting to get where Sterling, because I guess Sterling been reading the comments like, damn, Sterling, she got you looking like a little... she got you looking like a fuck, Sterling. So I guess Sterling been reading the little comments or whatever. So Sterling been like kind of giving it back to her a little bit. Sterling ain't been, really playing the lotto with her, and he be like calling her out on her little lies and all that. So I think that Sterling, Mr. Schofield, he's starting to get it. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to get it like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? You could get all the way live, but you ain't about to Bruce Jenner me. Like, you ain't about to make me feel like a Bruce Jenner because you trying to be a Kris Jenner. Like, that ain't about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, You know, I've been seeing Sterling flex a little bit more because, I mean, really and truly, the only other people she be having to really flex on her is her kids. Everybody else work for her. So therefore, they be like, you know, doing whatever she tell them to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, just whatever. It is deep. That's why she needs. Yep, exactly. That is why she needs a blood test. Hey, Rabu. And it says, and that's confusing for kids thinking one person is their father and then finding out it's not. It really is. It really is confusing. You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, as women, sometimes we don't want to admit that we made a mistake or we did the wrong thing. But me personally, I rather know than to not know. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just feel like it's important to know. You know what I'm saying? Whereas other people, you know, they like living that. But I feel like in the long run, anything could happen. Anything could happen with, you know, with your kids, or anything, God forbid, can happen with your grandkids, whatever, generational. And all this time you done lived this lie. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's real sad. I think that's sad. Both sons going off on her on social media instead of her taking accountability for her actions, justifying going from man to man. That's all need deep therapy and get off the internet and heal in private. Welcome to the Moo Moo Room, boo. Honey, look, I don't know if you ever been to the Moo Moo Room, but let me tell you about Sister Girl. I done told y'all that Karlissa she says she is a marketing genius. Her desire is for her family to be like the Black Darshians. Okay, that's her desire in life. And so, with that being her desire in life, she like feel like this is her. She tells you, "I'm a marketing genius." And how she done played this Chrisean, Blueface, Jaden, Alexis thing, she kind of knew what she was doing. She got them out here. They making money. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people making money too. But what I am saying is that's why let me say, woman, I'm gonna tell y'all, all I want y'all to do is subscribe to my backup page and bring a friend. Cause y'all gonna say Sister Girl ain't told not one lie when it came to Karlissa. I told y'all I've been following this family. I started following this family a long time ago. So I got OT even before I came on the internet, baby. So I'm just saying, just listen. She behind that. I'm telling you, she the mastermind. She is the mastermind. That's why when Chrisean was on live, Chrisean told her that day. Chrisean said, told Blue. She said, Blue, this shit really working for her. Like she was like, this is really working for her. Like she's consistent. She's, you know what I'm saying? Because they know the plan. They messed up the plan. She built the foundation, gave them the blueprint. Y'all, anybody know me, know the story. Gave them the blueprint. They opened the door. They looked at the space. They looked at everything and they said, nah, we ain't gonna build this house like she wanna build this house. We gonna build this house in different ways. See, the thing about it, Chrisean was never supposed to catch feelings. That was never supposed to happen, okay? Chrisean caught feelings and Chrisean had this baby. And it messed everything up. But let's get back to a little bit more, y'all.
But did you not ever think that it was important that he know who his dad was?
I did, and I don't know. I just felt like they didn't try to make a big deal out of it. So I didn't want any complications with anybody trying to tell me that I couldn't go or couldn't leave the state. So,
but Andre's now 32, so this is 3 decades later.
How you know how? No.
I mean,
yeah. It's pretty bad. It's
in 3
probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Yes.
So in 3 decades, has he not want to know who his dad is?
Well, he went to jail at 16, and then I informed him that he was in jail and asked him if he wanted to do a DNA test while he was in there, and he was to no avail. So a couple times.
Is he out now?
Andre's out now. He's been out 5 years.
He's out now. And so now that he's been out for 5 years, has he in any of that time wanted to see or pursue who his dad is?
I think he kind of just like looked at him and kind of just like, oh, okay, the look is there. So I think he's just assuming, but he has no. On my show, we've actually decided to do it on the show. So
okay, we're gonna get into the show later. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then after you had Andre's 2, you come here with Andre. You're raising Andre, and you're raising him in the Valley.
Yes.
Okay, so then 4 years later, you have your daughter, and so tell me about that pregnancy, her father, and how that came about.
So I met her father about 2 years after being here. And within 6 months, we were living together. He lived in Los Angeles. I lived in the Valley. And I actually met him at Larry Parker's. And
not Larry Parker, the commercial attorney.
No, the remember the little spot that used to be out
I'm
here?
not from here. I'm from Northern California.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like a little popping spot in Beverly Hills. And he was with a couple of his friends. And we hit it off and things went good. And next thing you know, I moved in. Didn't know that I knew he had a kid, but I didn't know that, the kid was like less than 1 year old, maybe. The baby mom pulled up. After 6 months, I'm already living there. I went outside, bing, bam, bam. And that wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I got pregnant right after that.
And so when you got pregnant by him, were you still with him, or how long after?
I was living with him when I got pregnant.
And then how long after you got pregnant did he leave?
So 6 months into the pregnancy, I came home from work. He was keeping Andre. Andre was upstairs at his mom's. And him and his baby mama was on the couch having sex.
The daughter's dad was having sex with his girlfriend?
Baby mama, the one that I had already fought for my love and proved my love and my loyalty.
On the couch where you're staying?
On the couch where I'm now living.
And where's Andre at?
With his mom upstairs.
With whose mom? His mom?
Yeah, so they own the building. They own the whole duplex. Yeah.
Okay.
Woo child, now that's kind of a lot. I don't know. Yes, she's a play baby mama against this. Yeah, she's been playing them. That's what she do. The mods are dropping the links and the backup links and all that other stuff. But the backup page, y'all, is Sips with Sister Girl. Y'all, I'm usually on camera, but I am not feeling the best today. All this different weather change. One day we hot, one day we cold, one day we 100 degrees. You know how it is down here in Texas, child. It be doing way too much with the weather. So, excuse me, y'all. I'm just sipping my tea and watching with y'all. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet, y'all. So I decided to watch it with y'all because I just wanted to prove my point. That's it. I just wanted to prove my point. As other people say, I just wanted to prove my point. You know what I'm saying? However y'all want to say it. I just wanted to prove it and say, just so y'all can say, Sister Girl, you was right. I told y'all she's the mastermind behind everything. But see, even getting a little glimpse into who she was, and how she operate and all this other stuff, yeah, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about Miss Karlissa and why Blueface and her kid and his siblings is going off on her the way they be going off on her. Now, do I condone them going off on her like that? No, not all the time. But I know sometimes it be warranted because sometimes she do be going a little far. Sometimes she do be taking them there, which I feel like she got a private group chat, get in the private group chat. But because they always got each other blocked, she can't even get in the private group chat with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just real interesting. The plan messed up. Blue started taking Chrisean money and not paying. Right there, boo. I done said that too. Okay. Now she was the cash cow. But then, somewhere down the line, somebody told her, like, oh, boo, what you mean you ain't got your own house? and he could kick you out at any time, and you got to stay in Airbnbs and all this other stuff. What you mean, boo? You ain't got your own car. He got to pick you up or get you a driver and all this and all that. What you mean you ain't got? Do you understand what I'm saying? And to me, and this is what I think that her getting pregnant with that baby and her deciding to keep that baby did disconnect her in a certain way from him. Even though I still believe, and this is just me, she gave him that dang on Blueface chain. I still believe that. Because you see, ain't nobody saying nothing else about that Blueface chain, y'all. That Blueface pendant. A $16,000 pendant. And you mean to tell me ain't nobody saying nothing else about it? Come on now. And they say, I don't know. I didn't say it. They said it. And I mean, allegedly, it was the word on the curb. I heard out here in these streets that Blueface, he needed the little change, and that's why they was together in Miami. And they had their little spat when they came back from Miami, and that was real short-lived, and then they went quiet again. Remember that? Why is that? Because it's like, now, boo, boy, don't make me tell that I done gave you this chain and stuff. She had to be like, I'm gonna clear my name. You about to not be making me look stupid. Then the next thing you know, he posts him and Junior in the car. Then the next thing you know, Karlissa show up to her house filming the show. Then the next, come on, y'all, pay attention. I'm telling you, he act like he didn't want to be involved with his mother. It's that real, and it's just for sure, so he can keep watching. But it's like it's still benefiting him. Act like he don't care about his mother in the show, and it's real what they do. Think about it. And he do, though. He really do, like, he act like he don't care, but they all remain relevant. Every time they argue and all that, they remain relevant. You're welcome, boo. You're welcome anytime. Chrisean really don't drag her. She don't. I'm going to tell you why. Because she know the plan. She say just enough. Now, the fight that happened between them, I feel like that was the first time Chrisean went rogue. That wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I think that was the first time Chrisean went rogue in the whole little relationship, in the whole little plan. That was the first time she went rogue. Now, Blueface had been going rogue. You know what I'm saying? He had been going rogue because, like I told y'all, prior to Chrisean in the Blue Girls Club, she was trying to get a whole family show together with her kids, and their families, okay? And at the time, it was just Javon. And Jaden Alexis and Blueface, and because she was living with Jaden Alexis and Blueface, okay? Her and Mr. Schofield. Then she and Dre had just got out of jail, and so it was Dre, his wife, and their daughter, and then it was Callie and her. And at the time, I don't remember if Callie was. I don't even think Callie was pregnant with the baby. It was just her and Carter, and so they were supposed to have this little show. And then when they did the Blueface Club, when he was like went rogue and did Blueface Club, and she was like, yeah, I went in, I agreed, whatever. That's where they found their ding, 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 cash cow, Chrisean Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because she was, she's wild. Now, they thought they was going to still have her and that Bonnie Lachey girl, which I don't understand why Bonnie Lachey coming out right now, 3 years later, and all of a sudden she got so much smoke for Chrisean. And I'm like, girl, why? Where was all the smoke some years ago? Like, girl, it's giving me thirsty. Because now she's about to release this tell-all documentary. And yeah, Sister Girl gonna get the tea. talking about Chrisean was aggressive and she would do anything for attention and she was so this and she was so that, and I'm just like, girl, you and Blueface is sitting up there and he like, look at all the chickens. And there's a whole bunch of damn ducks floating around in the pond. Like, that just shows me that y'all not the brightest crayons in the box. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's because she's trying to release this new music with Blueface. She's trying to get back in the Blueface house. I don't know what it is, trying to get back into Jaden, Alexis good graces. I don't know. But now Bonnie Lachey has been coming for Chrisean. And then I said, then she went rogue again. Chrisean went rogue when she fought the mama. When she fought the mama, she went rogue. When she drop kicked the mama. That's why the mama called her a Power Ranger. But you got to listen to what the mama say. My kids grew like, man, to me, being called a Power Ranger would not offend me. I'll be you damn right, because the Power Rangers fight to win, baby. The Power Rangers be winning. So when the mama was like, she a Power Ranger, to me, I ain't offended by her calling her no Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying? It's better than what she be calling Jaden Alexis. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, y'all. But let's get back to it.
So then what happened? So then I'm assuming you leave.
No, I was ready to go crazy and I started breaking stuff and then they left.
Who, the baby dad,
my baby dad,
and his previous baby mom. And then now you're still there.
They got in the car and they drove off and left her dirty ass panties on the floor.
And this is whose house though? Your guys.
This was his house, our house together. Yeah, but he was already living there.
And the mom's
prior
upstairs.
To that, she lived there.
And the mom's upstairs with Andre.
Don't know nothing that's going on.
So then, does he come home? I'm assuming he comes home.
No, absolutely not.
He never comes back.
No.
So then, do you stay in that place?
I stayed there for a little bit. I found another place. He helped me get another place, and I kept going pregnant.
So Andre, so you were together with this guy for how long?
About a year.
And so Andre came to know him as his stepdad?
Yep, pretty much.
And so then how do you explain to Andre that baby daddy number 2, who was there, is now gone and not coming back?
I don't even think I even got into the understanding. I don't even think I even explained it. I was going through my own emotions and, you know, in pain that like, damn, I'm about to have 2 kids, no baby daddy.
And at the time you were what, 21?
Yep.
And so you're 21, Andre, who doesn't know his dad, who relocated from Ohio, started a whole new life, now with you and this stepdad, father figure, now don't have him, and now you're with him and another kid by yourself.
Right.
Okay. At that time, where's your family? Like, where's your parents? Do you have a relationship with them?
Both my parents are in Ohio at the time.
Okay.
So I came out with an aunt and an uncle that lived here.
Mm-hmm. And what were your parents checking on you? What was your relationship with them?
Actually, my dad had relocated me here because I was going through something with the boyfriend and the baby daddy drama in Ohio. And that was like the best thing for me to just get away from it all. Mm-hmm. So I moved to California with them, and I came out here, and I thought I was going to start doing some of the acting, and got sidetracked in love.
Mm. But was your pursuit of coming out here for a better life for you and your son, or was it to pursue acting, or both? And was your decision to stay in it when you were going through so much turmoil because you were still following a dream, or because you just didn't want to go back?
I didn't want to go back, and I definitely wanted to pursue my dream, and I definitely wanted, you know, I didn't have my mom and dad. I didn't have either of them either. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, my kids were with me at all times. Mm-hmm. My mom was on drugs for a long time, and we had some problems with my stepdad, so it just kind of made me like really overprotective of the kids. So I wouldn't leave them with anyone.
Mm-hmm. And so what was your relationship with your stepdad?
Look, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what I know. And I'm going to go back. I can take y'all back into the archives, okay? We can go back in the archives of Moo-Moos and Mimosas, boo. When she said, I would leave my kids. I didn't care if I needed a babysitter. I would leave my kids. I would be gone on by my business. I'd drop them off with the babysitter and be gone. Now you saying, oh, I would have never leave my kids. Karlissa, boo, DaMama is quite, DaMama, yeah, is her marketing, her image, her marketing. I mean, y'all got to pay attention to how this woman can market this stuff. I'm telling y'all better pay attention to how the mama move, because the mama is, whatever. Hey, boo, hey, Neff. Girl, come on. Hey, girl. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is just pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention.
That.
My stepdad?
Yeah, well, like, what were the problems with him?
He was he was on drugs too. We're gonna say that I have sisters and brothers that are his children. So, now that I'm older, I try to spare them. Before, when I was just all about vengeance, I was just like, he tried to do this to me and you guys don't care. But he's been delivered and changed his life. So I try not to make him look like a child molester, but that was the situation. And my mom was on drugs. They were on drugs. So
I tried not to make him look like it, but he was. I mean, you just might as well just went on and came out and been like, you know what? He did this to me. He did that to me. You know what I'm saying? But oh, Neff, why is you being so mean? Why is you being so mean, Neff? Girl, you is crazy. But, but anyways, like I said, I'm telling y'all, this is the mastermind. This is the mastermind. So this is her story. So you listen to her, and when she say Chrisean is just like me, Chrisean remind me of me. Chrisean, do you understand what I'm saying? When she keeps saying that, that's why I said when they found Chrisean, they was like ding, 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 ding. They cash cow bells start ringing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because she'll tell you she chose her. She chose her. Now, and like I told y'all, I have not seen this. I'm watching this with y'all. So I'm just telling y'all the things that I have said in the past about she been the mastermind, how they messed up the blueprint, and how they went rogue. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, when she unpack it, all I'm asking for is everybody to like my backup page and bring a friend. Bring a friend, share, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. Subscribe, I'm sorry. Like and subscribe. So y'all hit that like button. Because I'm just trying to prove my point. That's it. I'm just trying to prove my point.
So it was a lot going on up until I was like 13 years old.
But he tried to molest you, or you were molested?
He tried. I was not molested.
And so when you told your mom, because I've been very open in my book and open with my fans, I was molested. And when I told my mom, she didn't believe me. Did your mother believe you?
She didn't believe me. And I sat, in front of her and him and told her what was going on. And I was like, oh, thank God that's off my chest. Something's getting ready to happen. But me and my dad are like this. So I feel like now that I'm older, I realize that maybe she took that as I'm trying to do something to get, her apart from this man. There was a lot of things that I feel like she, that just gave her doubt.
And so, okay, so going back to where you are now, you're with your young daughter, your son, and you're living together as a single mother of two in LA with no family. Your mother, is your relationship with her good, or is it still strained from when the stepfather situation happened and she not believing you?
It's always been like off and on. She did, however, come out and relocate back out here and live with me to get back to California, because this is kind of I was an Air Force brat, so it kind of started with my dad moving us out here. When I lived out here at 5, so up until between 5 to like 13, I lived in California.
Okay.
So I was actually just coming back.
So what were you doing for work when you were out here as a single mom with 2 kids?
I've always been a retail manager for somebody. So I started off in like the Learners and the 579. So most of my jobs have been like retail management.
And then, so now you have the 2 kids, you're out here in LA, and then you meet Jonathan's father. What's his name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. So Jonathan Sr. You meet Jonathan Sr. where?
I met Jonathan at the mall at work.
Now, was he a Crip too?
No, he's a good guy. He's always been on the straight and narrow, all his friends.
And what made you choose?
Did Jason ask if he was a Crip? She said, is he a Crip too? Oh, Jason's so messy. He do look like Bert. He do look like Bert right there. You ain't lying. He do look like Bert right there, child. But that was just, he's so messy, child. He is messy.
Choose this guy. Like, what was it about Jonathan's dad that you said, okay, I like him and I'm going to pursue a relationship with him?
I just have this like vanilla thing I do. I just love vanilla, and I like vanilla ice cream. I just love, he's vanilla, and he was just so vanilla. You see my husband back there? He just was.
But I mean, you had Andre when you were getting comforted by the neighbor.
Yep, he was yellow too. Then
you ran away like Tina Turner and ran into the arms of another man.
Yes, and he was like
who cheated on you with
6'4", caramel, amazing.
But slept with his first baby mom on the couch in the house that you lived in.
We just talking about how he lived. I ain't saying I want to go back there. I'm just
trying to establish a pattern because at some point, you know, they say the definition of insanity is when you do the same thing over and over and expect different results. You had so much vanilla. You had so much vanilla. We live in a world of 31 flavors. How do you choose the same pattern and end up in the same situation?
Because under 30 years old, you shouldn't be choosing at all. You should be out here enjoying your life and trying to figure out what's going on with yourself. And I was too focused on finding a dad for Andre or a situation that looked like, you know what I'm saying, I had it together, or we a family or whatever. And once you get into that cycle, it's just like, damn, I have to make this work. I have to make this not look like there's no man in the house, no father figure for these kids. So,
but at some point when you're going through those examples, like after the first one, do you find yourself in a cycle again? And after the second one, how do you not break that cycle then?
I didn't break the cycle.
Yeah.
You always need a helpmate. It's set up for you to fail if you don't have a helpmate. So the cycle kept continuing because obviously, you know, back then rent was still $1,700. I have 3 kids. I don't have daycare for everybody. So you still need help. It was really about the helpmate.
But why did you feel you needed help from a man and not public assistance or some other thing?
I had that too.
But you still needed more help.
Yes, I needed not just help. I mean, sometimes I worked late hours. So that was, you know, when you work in the mall, you're not out of there till 10 o'clock sometimes. So I needed somebody to be home, help, you know, put the kids in the bed and make sure the homework was done, stuff like that.
So after you moved out with your daughters, from your daughter's father, and you're 21 now, you have the 2 kids, you're now living with who? You're by yourself and the 2 kids?
I was by myself with the 2 kids for a while.
And what was that period like? Was there any peace? Were you able to find any peace without the man?
No. I'm like Jonathan. I'd have to have somebody. I'm not good to do by myself.
Okay.
She said she like Jonathan, aka Blueface. They gotta have somebody. That's very interesting. Being a mother of 6 kids, she needs to be girl. She said she needed a man. That was important for her. Like, that's crazy. Okay, y'all.
And when did you acknowledge that? When did you know that?
Probably after I divorced his dad.
But did you know before Jonathan's dad that you needed to be with a man? Like, is that you felt like you needed to be with somebody?
Yeah, I pretty much have always known. I think when I was like 12 or 13 years old, I'd fantasized about a family with kids and, you know, the home that you don't have, the home that you dream about. So absolutely.
Okay. And so then 3 years after you have the daughter, you have Jonathan.
Yes.
And so now here comes what we in the future know as Blueface. So Jonathan comes, now you're back in the Valley?
I'm in the Valley with his dad.
Okay. And so
for a very short, so when we left the Valley, Jonathan was like 6 weeks old.
And then where did you guys go?
We moved to an apartment in Los Angeles.
And Jonathan's dad stayed there?
Yes. So we lived together in Los Angeles for probably 6 months to a year.
So with all these situations, you literally are with somebody for however long period of time, you get pregnant, and then they leave or you leave.
On that third time, I said, oh, hell no, we have to get married. I can't. Jonathan's dad wanted a kid, and I already had 2. And he really, really wanted a kid. So that was my, you know, if I'm going to do this, we need to be married. I'm not going to have, you know, a third kid and not be in a stable situation. So we got married before Jonathan was even thought of.
Okay. So you're married, you have Jonathan, and then how long after you have Jonathan is it over?
He was about 1.
Including the marriage?
Including the marriage.
What?
So we were married for probably like maybe a year or 2 before we had Jonathan.
And then you have Jonathan. Then the year after that, it's over.
Correct.
Where did it go wrong?
He just was... He had a gambling problem, and it was just always debt after debt. And after he took the rent money that one last time to take it to Vegas, I just gave up. Like, I can't do this.
And then how did you explain to Andre, your daughter, and Jonathan that now you're moving again?
You know, the craziest thing is that I think they started to see the pattern and just like, oh, here she goes again.
You think they thought that?
I feel like nobody ever had to say anything. I could just look at them and just like see the disappointment.
This is the question I have because I'm in this weird place of, I'm at 46. I'm like, do I want to have a kid? I keep talking about having a kid. I keep putting real thought into it. But the reason why I have chosen not to have one now yet is because I haven't felt, I'm stable for sure, money, career, all that. But I haven't felt that I'm really genuine.
Sierra, this part right here. And now I'm like, dang. You know, I kind of knew all this stuff about her baby daddies and the baby daddy story because she done shared it a few times or whatever. But when her breaking it down, the way she breaking it down, I'm like, sis, you had a lot going down. You know what I'm saying? What you say, voodoo voice? Go lay down, girls, go lay down somewhere. Continue both with Chrisean to do what exactly they did. She has always been the mastermind behind this whole thing. I just want to just be, you know, I don't know. I think I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because now we know a lot about her. I want to get into the meat and potatoes of it, where sister girl, all y'all have to do is say, girl, you right. That's it. That is it. And Jason Lee did not act like he believed her. You know, sometimes she be putting a little stank on it. She do be putting a little stank on it, though. That's what I'm saying now. Some of the stories she telling I done heard before. So some of them is consistent. I ain't gonna say they true. I'm gonna say they consistent. Okay. Allegedly, word on the curb, she ain't lying. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just saying. I just got my ears to the street. I don't know. But we gonna I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit, y'all, because let me see if she's still talking about
football. And Andre drew that, his whole sleeve that's on his arm. Andre drew that for him when he was in there. Mm-hmm. And he promised that he wouldn't do it.
But Andres was in prison for how long?
From 16 to 29.
Okay, so 13 years. And for what?
He was in there for manslaughter.
Okay.
So he was with a kid that got into a shootout with another kid. And the guy that he was with ended up shooting the other kid.
So Andre found comfort in the streets too?
I think he found, after, hearing from, after he left and so many nervous breakdowns, and Blue and Callie trying to explain to me like how this happened when, because he's, getting booked for jobs and we're working, and it's like, how are you, hanging out with the lames when, you're over here? He had a driver's license.
But in all fairness, it's kind of lame he didn't have a dad in his life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you think about it, like, most people who go out and find this affection from the streets is because it's filling a void that they don't have, or that they have,
Well, right. So if not having one in Los Angeles means that, when somebody say, where you from, mm-hmm. and you don't know what to say, that you figure out what to say really quickly. Mm-hmm. Andre's a very strong person. Not to say that he doesn't need a dad. He absolutely did need a dad, but I think Los Angeles was definitely overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Him and Blue was 6 feet tall at like 14 years old. Mm-hmm. So it's like, he wasn't getting into it in the streets with kids. He was getting, into it with people that, assume that he was a certain age, Mm-hmm. So sometimes when he, would jump out of my car and be fighting somebody, I'm like, this is a grown ass man. Mm-hmm. And he's like, 15, 16. Mm-hmm. But this person, jumped on him last week. Mm-hmm. So it was some gang stuff that Andre was going through that I didn't really realize what was going on until it was almost too late. And
then Andre gets the manslaughter charge. He goes to prison. I'm assuming because the age difference and the fact that there is no father figure present. Does Blue look at Andre at the time? Did he look at him like a father figure?
So he definitely felt like he lost a father and mm-hmm. not just a brother.
When he got locked up?
Yeah, because I just remember this one time we were driving down the street. Oh, I had picked him up from visiting his dad for the weekend. And that Friday I had went to court, and I guess he thought, okay, my brother's going to come home. They're getting ready to go to court. We had gone to court before I got him out. He had a gun before I got him out on that, brought him home. So I guess, when 6 months had went by, and he's like, I picked him up, and he in the back seat of the car just started kicking the shit out of the back seat of the car, just like going nuts, to the point where I had to pull over. And when I pulled over, he was like, my dad said my brother's never coming home. And I was just like, why the fuck would he tell him that? My dad's never coming home. I mean, my brother's never coming home. And I'm just like, why the fuck would he tell him that? So
I'm not saying her emotions ain't real. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, Karlissa said, keep watching, you'll see the narcissist coming. Oh, girl, I already know it's coming. I already know it's coming because I done seen it already. But, we're going to keep watching.
I pulled the car over. And I explained to him, that it was going to be a long process. And that I promised him that I was going to get him home. But I think that day he changed because he didn't smile anymore. Mm-hmm. Never smiled after that day. Blue never smiled after that day. He just became like a robot. And we all just kind of tried to deal with it. We all kind of lost our mind. We all lost our minds that year.
When Andre left the house?
Yeah. When Andre left, all of us lost our mind. Literally.
What did that look like for each of you?
We looked like zombies. We looked like we didn't know what the fuck to do. At this point, Blue had like Coogan money, like, I don't know, $60,000 or something. And I'm hustling up trying to figure out how to get the money for this lawyer. He wants $30,000 to do X, Y, and Z, and it's no guarantee. So I'm doing all the stuff to get the money up, and then out of nowhere, Blue's just like, just use my money. It's my money, Mom. Shit. And I was like, I never even thought of that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for using it, but it's worth it. So I did. I used the money to pay for the attorney. But he didn't get to come home.
And so you're in the prison doing the family.
My son, sugar daddy.
No, I'm
do some homework too. And if you get pregnant, you out, you on your own. I would say as a narcissist and try to control, not hand them $300-400 and tell them to get the fuck out of here. It's just share the show. You know, everybody's working together. Everybody got their hand in their own job, not a hand out. And I feel like at this point he wants to like be in charge of everybody. And maybe that's, you know, he's grown accustomed to that. And not
that's
having
what narcissists do.
Stop it.
I'm not saying he is, but that's what narcissists do.
What?
That's the same game Kanye plays. Wants to be in charge of every piece on the chessboard. Yes.
That's not a narcissist. That's more like, you know, it's a leader. It's more of like a quarterback. It's like when you're a quarterback, because we got to remember.
See, now you sound like an enabler.
No, there we go.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying because I know him personally. And if he's on the field and he sees the play, he might have the drop on this one that you don't have. So it may seem like I want to be in control of everybody, but I already got the drop. This dude's faster than you. You can't get over here in time. You do this, you do this, you do this. And then if you don't do that, that's where the narcissist comes in, that he's not happy with, oh, you thought we was finna just sit here and wait for you all day? No, we're not.
Okay, so when he kicks you out the house and you go viral on social media, why not just pack it up, go back to Ohio, and let Blueface be a rapper? How do you then stay in it all? Like, why are you then still?
No, we left.
Okay.
We were done that day.
And
Callie went to a shelter. Callie went to a shelter. She was in a shelter for like 6 months.
In LA?
Yes. She refused to go home with me. She was like, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to stay here in this shelter. I took her baby and left.
She was in the shelter with the baby?
6 months.
She was in the shelter with the baby?
6 months.
For 6 months?
6 months.
And then, okay, so you take the baby, and then from that point to where are you rolling around in the dirt with Chrisean? Like, when did Chrisean?
He done went from the shelter to Chrisean.
Because at some point,
so
before we even get to Chrisean, did you always hate Jaden, or did you at some point like Jaden?
What? I don't hate her to this day. I love Jaden.
She snipped like a Barbie, and she ain't worried about nobody, clearly. But you did not, I mean, you at some point didn't like Jaden.
I've always liked her. I've just always seen different things that she would do. I would say as a narcissist and try to control like what he disperses to us.
You think Jaden's a narcissist over your son?
Yes. Oh, hell yes.
Karlissa, you must have smoked
a fat hell yeah. She's a good one too. What?
Jaden?
Yeah, Jaden is controlling this whole shit. Y'all think it's John. She told him, go on over there and get that bitch money. Bring it back. You better stop fucking playing. You ain't picking up what I've been putting down this whole year.
I told y'all, see, she's saying Jaden, but Jaden played a piece in it. I'm telling you, but Karlissa was the one that gave him the plan. I'm telling you. See, Karlissa, it was supposed to be, Karlissa was like, let's go get this money, bring it back. But Jaden got greedy, and Jaden was like, no, let's cut your mama out of the plan. And so then Jaden and Blueface started to play this game with just them and cut Karlissa out, and Karlissa was pissed off. I'm just saying, y'all, listen, because she dropping the tea.
here, huh?
Okay, wait, no, we're gonna get into it because you've been putting a lot down. All right, so Jaden, so
she's the pimp.
So you've always hated her?
No, hell no. I raised her from she was like 14. I taught her to cook and clean, and you know, her mom is her and her mom have their own thing, but she was at my house a lot. You
taught her to cook and clean, and then you call her the housekeeper.
Well, she was always over my house, not cooking and cleaning and eating up all my damn food with him. They act like they was married at 14. And because I was afraid to lose John to the streets, how I was with Andre, when he looked at me one day and said, she's not going anywhere, she's going to be here for the rest of my life, I literally had to like swallow my pride and say, well, where the bitch sleeping at?
But you couldn't be mad at that because you weren't with any man who looked at you and said that to you.
Yes, I was.
No, not until this man in the back. No man looked at you and said, I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life.
Yes, they did. I just decided to go.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Let me tell you something.
Ain't nobody never left
that
me,
man
Jason.
That's in the back with you ain't letting you live.
No. He ain't letting me leave.
Okay. So stop feeding me bullshit because you ain't talking to Blueface.
We gonna be on this motherfucker next.
We gonna
be on here next.
You talk to the king of the internet over here. Let me explain. So if he looked at you and said, Mom, this is the girl that I love and she's never gonna live. And
at 14 years old, did I look like I cared?
But 11 years later, 12 years later, they're still together.
Right. I just didn't see her like with no ambitions as a kid. And so I was like, okay, if she's going to be here, I tried to instill some. I helped her get her grades up and, you know, trained her like, okay, he's going to college. He's not staying here because I'm leaving. So you're going to have to get your homework and bring it over here and do some homework too. And if you get pregnant, you on your own. So she went and got her birth control and her permission slip and she came back. And we went almost every other day. She went to every game with me. I picked her up. I dropped her off. I made sure she was safe, you know, bought her first promise ring. So absolutely not. I was on board.
And then when did she become a spit? Because you called her that on social media.
Don't say that. I said chick.
No. Listen, we have to talk about it because I have siblings who are Latino or Hispanic or whatever y'all Spanish. My fans are livid at you for calling her that.
I apologize I'll apologize to anyone who I offended. I do say some shit that I don't mean sometimes. And I definitely am not prejudiced by any means to any nation or any religion or any color at all.
Well, and she was here and she said that she was not Mexican. She said that she
is Mexican.
She said, "What is she?" Well, she said she wasn't full Mexican. She said she
her
had a
daddy
little black
Mexican.
in her.
That's good enough.
She said she didn't grow up with Mexican.
She also said she was black too, and light skin black. So we're gonna talk about this.
She a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that.
But she
got some fried chicken. She got some.
That's
she got some shrimp fried rice. She got some salt and pepper. You know what I'm talking about.
Isn't that stereotyping? Because I don't eat fried chicken.
You don't eat fried chicken, Jason?
I mean, I've had fried chicken, but I'm not sitting around with a KFC bucket.
But you know what I mean. You know your mama made some chicken.
My mama was white.
Oh, shit. You ain't had no fried chicken.
No, we had sloppy joes. Anyway, so we
put the cheese on top.
So we've cleared it. No, so we've cleared it up. You're not a racist.
No.
You don't hate
I love
Mexicans,
everybody.
Latinos, Hispanics.
No, I love everybody.
Okay, including Jaden.
I love Jaden. Yes, I do.
You love Jaden?
Absolutely.
Why she still got you blocked?
They all take turns blocking me. The fuck? Every week I'm blocked. I just try each number to see which motherfucker gonna take the call. They all take turns blocking me.
Okay, so you don't hate Jaden. You love Jaden.
I love Jaden.
Okay, and you have 2 beautiful grandkids.
Yes.
Man. Okay.
Yes.
And I will say I enjoy.
have 7 now.
Well, I just met her for the first time when her and Blueface were here, and although you're, we didn't call him a narcissist. What we call him?
Calculation.
That calculator.
Calculator.
That calculated neighborhood Crip son of yours was mad that I had Chrisean right after I interviewed them.
You can't call him a neighborhood Crip, Jason.
Why?
You know better than that.
Why can't?
Because I don't think that's...
Oh, school.
You set tripping, Jason.
Sorry.
No, I'm just playing.
Sorry.
My baby is not... First of all, y'all, my baby is not no Crip. My baby is Jonathan Jamal Porter. And he is not no fucking Crip. So we're going to stop saying that today. In Jesus' name, my son is not no Crip. Okay. He got a lot of Crip friends and he hang with a lot of Crips, but I'm not fixing to accept that.
Well, can I also say,
y'all, that Clarissa, one minute she says she didn't say it, the next minute she says she's apologizing. Exactly. She knows she said it. We all know she said it. But, that's Clarissa. We already know. So, let's keep going, y'all.
I apologize to the schoolyard cribs and the neighborhood cribs. I love all cribs. As y'all know, I'm talking
See,
to
you
one.
prejudice. You.
Okay, no. So, no, it's all blue. We're staying within the same color. I'm not disrespecting. But no, I have a respect for the street life and the street culture because I understand what it represents. I have family in the streets. My brother died in the streets. And so, like, I never want to be disrespectful or inconsiderate of, like, what people are going through in our community. Now, okay, so you love Jaden.
I love Jaden because, like a daughter, because I've been with her since she was 14 years old. I've prayed with her. I've cried with her. I wanted to snatch her. I waited outside for her to come out for hours and she disappeared somewhere. I've watched her and John go back and forth their whole life. Jonathan over this girl house, that girl house. They about to bust out my house window. So I've been through a lot with her. So I naturally love her. I don't like her right now, but I do love her.
But you also have said that you wanted Blue to be with a woman your color, your darker skin woman like a Chrisean, not a Jaden. So when you say
Chrisean
you're not racist,
ain't dark enough. She ain't dark enough.
But when you say you're not racist,
when
you say you're not racist and you say stuff like that, are you not a racist but a colorist? Like, what is it that makes you bring race or color into the equation when it comes to the girls?
Well, naturally, it's not racist or colorist. I just think that, black people should be with black people and white people should be with white people and Mexicans should be with Mexicans. I've grown not to think that, but that was my way of thinking.
Where did you get that
I'm from Ohio. We didn't do this, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's this?
I don't have any, like all my friends, none of my friends are mixed. Like, this is a new thing for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50. I'm from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm from the 70s too.
You deep in the.
I am deeper in the 70s.
You own close to the 80s.
But I grew up. You're telling the truth. My mother's family did not like her being with black men.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just felt like, it's safer. And, when the police come or, something goes on, if they see it's two black people, it's two black people. But they're going to treat. My sons have been through a lot with mixed situations. So I know.
Okay. So what is Andre and Blue's relationship like now?
They're not on bad terms or good terms. They just don't see eye to eye. Dre tries to stay away from some of the stuff that, he's going through. And I've probably scared him half. Don't be with that motherfucker. Don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So he over here, so I kind of probably scared him. Like, I don't want him to get in trouble or,
But what changed their relationship where Blue was in the backseat crying for his brother who's going to prison and going and visiting him and promising not to end up like that to now not being close?
I probably scared both of them. Like, I threatened John, like, if my son goes back to jail with your bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of behind the scenes where, I'm panicking. I'm a mom, and Blue got bail money. Dre don't, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure he would make sure, but it's just, why even get in the situation if you can't afford to? You already did 13 years and you're older now. John's young. He's still... Well, he's getting older too, but I don't know. I wasn't in agreement. I try to keep them to do their own thing. Okay. And then Dre got out and was married, so he needed to be doing something else,
Okay, so Blue kicks you and your daughter out. Callie goes with the baby to the homeless shelter. You come get her out after 6 months. You're gone off the scene. And then when do you re-enter the scene on social media?
So my husband had put in his time and he was getting ready to retire. So we, said we were always going to move out to Vegas, get a nice house and just kind of relax and chill. And so that was our plan. So as soon as we got there and, got acclimated and got all into the situation, here come this knucklehead talking about, I just bought a restaurant. I need you to come down, because we had a restaurant in Ohio. We had a successful, it's called Buckeye Cheddar and Chili, little chili cheese dog. My husband was into, baseball, dogs, and all his friends. So we had a place out there where we did really well, and then we sold it when he got ready to retire. So we sold it, sold the house, had a bunch of money, and went to Vegas. As soon as we got to Vegas, John called and said, come open this damn restaurant. I already bought it. You can't say no.
And then Karlissa re-enters the chat.
And Karlissa re-enters the chat when she should have said, hell no.
So do you move to LA or do you just come here from Vegas?
He's like, well, you got to come stay with me because it's right down the street from my house. And this how he got me, you know, and then you could be here with the kids and stuff.
And so then when you came and moved in, where was your husband at?
He was so mad at me. But he did it because he really likes the restaurant and the business. And, you know, him and John had their own relationship. John gave me away to my husband. So they had a relationship too. So he understood, okay, you know, he's Blueface. He's got a little money. He's trying to make some moves. Let's get in on it.
So the husband move in too?
Yes.
So now it's a full house.
It's a full house.
You, him, is Jaden there?
It's a beautiful thing, yes.
And the kids are there?
Yes.
One kid. Because the son. So the son, Jaden, Blue, you, and
my husband,
Mr. Harvey.
And then we always had Carter, Callie's son.
Wait, who is Harvey? Because that's Mr. Saffold.
My dad is Harvey.
So why's your name? Oh, so you keeping your dad's name too?
No, just Instagram was on me about something.
Okay, got it. Okay, so you, Mr. Saffold, the kid, the girl, baby mom, first baby mom, because now you got another one, allegedly. I mean, you know, and then you're all in the house.
Yeah.
Was Jaden working at the restaurant then?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we saw that video pop up. So you were her manager?
No, I mean, we were just, you know, we were just working. I wasn't her manager.
Who was in charge?
We both were.
So you were co-managing it with?
Yes.
Okay, with Jaden. Okay. And so at what point do things go left when Blue Girls Club is birthed?
Yes. Soon as the devil came and they start putting them horns on them, it was up.
Who was the devil?
They got horns. The Blue Girls.
Oh, I thought you were calling.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Everything was good. The master plan, everything, the blueprint was already put in. Okay. Now, and like I told y'all, I ain't watched this. I have not watched this, y'all. I don't know, but I'm just telling y'all can go back to Sister Girl, old post on Karlissa and everything else. Go back and I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been saying it. She was the mastermind. Chrisean, the whole Blue Girls Club and Chrisean and all that messed up the plan. But we gonna listen. We is gonna listen.
Whack the devil. Who put? Was that Wack's idea? Was that Blue's idea? Who created Blue Girls Club?
No, Wack was totally against Blue Girls Club. Wack just want John to just focus on the music and make you some money and sit down somewhere. That's it.
Wack knows the game too.
Yeah.
Okay. So literally the game and the game.
Yeah.
Get it? Okay.
Yeah.
So now Blue Girls Club, Blue Girls
game.
Club is created, and that was the beginning of the end.
Yes.
And so Blue comes to you and says, "Mom, while you run the restaurant, I'm gonna go get another house and move a bunch of girls in and start filming them every day."
He picked me up and took me to see the house, and I was so excited for him. Like, this is your second house, and you know, you be balling out of control, son. You making it happen, Captain. And then he told me he was gonna start this TV show with the girls, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm giving him ideas.
You thought it was like Charm School?
I thought it was like America's Next Top Model. I didn't know it was like
hosted by Tatiana himself.
Yes. I mean, he had a family. We was his
I mean, you had the hot dog shop going. You had the baby mom who you said was nothing but a housekeeper, co-managing it with you.
You gonna keep saying that. I said that when I was mad.
I'm just using your words.
Okay.
And then you had Mr. Saffold there, not understanding what Blue's Clues you guys had going on. And then Charm School is not top model. It's actually a bunch of ratchet ass girls who want to fight for the love of your son.
I don't think they fighting for the love of him, or they just was
fighting.
Yeah, they were just trying to come up. They was thirsty.
But it was also kind of brilliant because he made a lot of money and he started to figure out how to go viral on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was building that, and then he found this rising star named Chrisean Rock under a rock and moved her in what were your thoughts on Chrisean?
So I watched the videos, and I was watching the videos of all the girls, and I would, send my thoughts. Like, he gave a fuck. He really didn't, but I would send him my thoughts, like, oh, this one, like just hearing them talk and getting a vibe. I'm good with that. So when I saw her, I said, I don't know what it is, but don't pick her. Whatever you do, don't pick her.
You hated on Chrisean?
Literally on the video screen, the cute little girl, she's on there like, and she's so cute. Did you see her? You gotta go watch it. And I was still like, no. And I don't know what it was.
Were you just hating?
No, I was literally like, no. Like, I just didn't, it wasn't anything, like, I didn't get a bad vibe. I just felt like, And then when he picked her, I was like, oh, okay. I saw, like things that she had already done. And, her video just wasn't it. I don't know what it was, but I was adamant.
And at the time she had her tooth?
At the time she had her tooth.
Okay. So you don't want Chrisean.
But I mean, it was kind of jiggity anyway. So it was like.
She was cute.
Yeah, she was very cute.
Stop hating on Chrisean.
I was just saying, like, it wasn't like she had,
So she gets in the house. She's doing everything she needs to do to be the standout. She becomes the Beyonce of Blues Girl Club, Blue Girls House.
She becomes the 5150 of the house.
Which in reality TV is the star.
Yeah.
So she becomes the star of the thing. And then where's Jaden?
She's at home with me and at the restaurant.
So by day, he's family oriented, running a burger joint or whatever food you guys have on the menu over there.
Soul food. We had seafood, soul food.
Seafood, soul food.
Mm-hmm.
But
5-star restaurant.
But then the real food for his soul was happening in that other house with all them Blue Girls Club girls.
I don't even think he was ready for that.
And do you know at what point he started to fall in love with Chrisean?
I got it from Jaden, so I didn't get it from him.
Oh, she told you?
Oh, she just started acting crazy in the restaurant, moving, throwing stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? What's wrong with you?
Slamming pans and stuff?
Oh, she was in that motherfucker about to tear it down one day, and I told John, I said, I don't know what's going on. What'd you do to her? She's like...
But how did she find out about what was happening over there before you?
She just had that woman intuition, literally.
That there was something going on.
She just had her woman intuition, and it just kind of, she probably made it, manifest more than what it would have. Mm-hmm. But she definitely had some type of intuition, because when she started slamming them pots, I don't even think it was a thing yet.
Mm. And then he starts to fall for Chrisean, or do you think it was more of a business transaction?
I think it was started off as a business transaction.
But then he fell in love with her.
Yeah. I didn't know he fell in love with her. I thought he...
She knew all along that it was a business transaction. This was supposed to be a business transaction, and they both fell in love with each other, because you know why? They were working together. That's how Marsh and Dre started messing around. That's how everybody started messing around, because everybody started hanging out together. That's why I'm saying it ain't gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see what the Bonnie Lachey girl has to say too, because my thing is, y'all all was doing the same thing, and I wonder if everybody gonna drag her like they dragged Chrisean about Blue. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you right. I'm not saying they wrong. I'm just saying, are they gonna drag her because they was clearly in a relationship together. You know what I'm saying? Because they were supposed to be Blue Girls Angels. But we're gonna get back to it. I'm just saying.
He was just, making
moves. Do you believe he's in love with her now?
I did not believe it until that lie detector test said, you love her. I said, what the fuck?
What lie detector test?
He took a lie detector. Nobody paid attention to that but me, huh? I said, huh?
Where was this at?
On their show.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch it.
Oh, girl.
It's fine.
He took a lie detector test, and that motherfucker
Actually,
said...
my pronoun is that nigga, but I'll let you, Okay.
He took a lie detector test, and when it said, I love you, I promise you, everything just went out of me like, this is real. It was not real to me until I seen that.
So how did you go from that to rolling around in the dirt with her?
Oh, that was before that. So the rolling around the dirt was...
so you...
Okay, so...
Because I never understood how...
So Jaden acted up, and then he brought her home, and I was like, are we really doing this? And he was like, we're really doing this. And I'm like, I don't have no time to move out and get another place. Like, she's just going to be here with me like this. And he was just like, this is what I'm doing. I'm managing her. He was
bringing Chrisean into your home?
Yes. He
with
brought her
Jaden
right in.
too?
No, Jaden was gone.
Okay.
She just dipped on the set.
Oh, yeah, she did say that. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. Because you guys literally manipulate social, not even manipulate. That's my favorite word. You guys dominate social media every day. All of you. So I'm trying to figure it all out. So Jaden's gone. He moves Chrisean in. And he tells you have how much time to figure it out?
He didn't tell me I had time to figure it out. He just, I'm working the restaurant. So I'm like, damn, I can't just leave the restaurant. And, my husband made a couple complaints about it. Like, what the hell have we gotten ourselves into type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we love Jaden and she's there with the kids. And now the kids are out and this girl's in. So naturally it was like, damn, like, I don't want to give up the kids. I mean, you can take Jaden, but the kids, like, I'm just kidding. Bitch can go and leave the kids. No. So it
you
was
don't like
Jaden. I don't like the way she played me. Like, a week before her and my son got together, we was locked hands, talking to Jesus. Whole Heavenly Father, bring him home safe.
Do y'all really be talking to Jesus?
What? We was going in. We had the chills. We exchanged. Now, mind you, 4 months before that, I got a chill and said, "Oh, he's gonna marry you." She said, "Bitch, if he married me, I'm gonna give you $100,000. I ain't got that money yet." But I said, "You don't have to give me $100,000. Just let's get into this show that I'm creating, because I've been creating this show for 4 years now." I slipped and told Chrisean. That's how she ran my shit over to Zeus.
What I told y'all. So now she's trying to say Chrisean stole her show, but it wasn't Chrisean. It was Blue who took the show to Zeus. But of course, it's easier to blame Chrisean. It wasn't Chrisean though, y'all, because Chrisean wasn't like they knew her, but it was Blue that took the Crazy in Love over to Zeus, and they were supposed to get the whole family. It was supposed to be a family show. Remember when Crazy Love first came out, the first season, it was supposed to be about his family and her family. But somehow that didn't happen like that. I'm just saying, y'all, pay attention. Sierra, I'm telling you, girl, I deal in factual. I don't deal in feelings, baby. I deal in facts, not feelings, okay? But pay attention.
Okay, but before we go to Crazy in Love, so Jaden's out. Wait, Jaden's out. Chrisean's in. And how long did it take for her to be introduced to you as it's a thing she's moving in, to you all rolling around in the dirt?
Oh, we tried our best to like work it for about, I would say, a month.
Okay.
It took about a month.
And what made you guys start bumping heads to the point that it escalated?
You know how the young people are. She going in my room, taking my stuff out. I'm setting booby traps. She's going in there anyway. I tell John, he don't, he's like, okay, I'll tell her. So she come back. You tell him, no, I'm going in your room. Just little stuff that was just like, oh God, just young people stuff. They go in their mama room when they not home type stuff.
And so then you would call.
So how many people knew that Chrisean lived in the house with Karlissa? See, most people don't know that they lived in the house together. That's why I tell y'all the mastermind behind the plan. Y'all come on, y'all. Like, we not stupid. If you pay attention and read between the lines and listen to what she's saying, she's already telling y'all this is how the plan. Now listen to how the plan developed. Now pay attention. And I ain't seen this. I'm going to say it again. I ain't seen this. I'm watching it for the first time with y'all. But because I know what I know and I believe what I know through my own personal research, and I ain't been in the room with nobody, I'm just saying, this is all, just pay attention. Please like as you come in or like as you go out. Please. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you.
Call her out on it.
Yes. Where's my makeup? The bitch got my shit again. You know, just stuff like that. It was just going on and on and on. And it was starting to drive me crazy because I don't like people going and taking my stuff out without telling me. So, you know, he acted like he was going to try to fix it, but it just wasn't able to be fixed.
And then you guys end up in the brawl that has been seen all over the world.
Well, they tried to get me to take care of a third dog. Now I'm already dogged out. I'm doing dogs, dishes, kids, restaurants. I'm dogged out. My husband's like, tell him to do it. You ain't got to go get the dog shit. You know, so I'm arguing with my husband behind the scenes, like, this nigga trying to have you do this and that and that. And I'm just, you know how husbands are. You're doing too much. And I was exhausted. I was mentally and physically exhausted. So on the last round, when she came home from the Zeus, now I didn't know she went over there and made shit do what it do. Else I probably would have sucked it up. I'm like, you got this bitch, she ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying?
So you thought she was freeloading it?
I didn't, I knew what they was trying to do, because mind you, my son was working with her before Blue got serious. Dre had already had her out fishing her, you know, trying to work with her. So Dre kind of like built her as an artist to begin with. Because Blue was trying to be at home.
Didn't I tell y'all that too? Didn't I tell y'all it was her and Dre first? Dre and Don, the homeboy, they were the ones. And then because she was so in love with Blue, he was able to take her from under Dre. That's why him and Dre got into it. Pay attention now. Pay attention. Girl, yeah, she lived in the house with her. See, most people don't know that. Everybody be thinking they know everything, baby. Now, go back. Sister girl been told y'all that this stuff was going on, so just pay attention. Pay attention.
So Dre was picking up the slack. So
Wait, was Dre involved with Blue Girls Club too, or he was doing something?
He just kind of sort of just there with my son. Yeah, maybe security type stuff.
Okay.
And then, you know, helping him with Chrisean, helping him, you know, invest in her.
Right.
So it became like a family investment almost. Because then when he brought her to me, I'm like, okay, she's here, I'll help. Then the Zeus started calling me.
Okay, if I didn't tell y'all, if I'm right, put a 5 in the chat. If I said it, I know I said it. I really don't need confirmation, but just put a 5 in the chat if Sister Girl done told y'all how this all went down. Now, before she get ready to let it go, because I'm telling y'all how I told y'all it went down is how it went down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Dre, when she got that Zeus, like they was like, had I known, I wouldn't have even fought her that day. I wouldn't have said nothing to her that day because she had went and got that bread. So now here they is, like I said, when they brung her to me, pay attention. Pay attention. Thank you, boo. I know I said it. I ain't watched it. But I mean, if you go back into the archives, you will hear Sister Girl been saying this from the beginning. Yeah, game recognized game, whether it's good game or bad game, it is game. And game recognized game. Me and Karlissa in the same arena as far as age and stuff. So I know how the hustle go. They seen this girl, they was like, ding, 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 ding. The bell started going off, and then she went to Zeus and was able to get that bread. Thank you, Belinda Boo. Thank you, Sierra. I know. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. Pay attention. Let's listen.
And I started seeing like, okay, somebody needs to help her. I literally, nobody knows this, but when I dropped her off at Zeus, I literally cried. She had no shoes on her feet and her feet was black. She had no suitcase. All the other girls had their Chanel bags and, you know, their parents were there and, you know, they had makeup artists. They came ready and she just was like a wandering lost soul. And I just felt so bad for her. And I was like, God, really? You really just gonna let her be out here like this? So I calls my son and goes off like, you need to fucking get it together. And if you finna be helping her and managing her, don't have me dropping her off. And these bitches got Chanel bags. And, you know, I'm a mom, so I didn't feel right dropping her off like that. But she was cool. I'm here to get my shit. I don't give a fuck about what they got. And I was just like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, you gonna be.
Girl, well, you know what? That's sad if he did drop her off like that and all that stuff, and she was on his show, Blue Girls Club, and your sons was managing her and all this stuff. You're right. You should have called them and said something. But it's messed up. If that was the truth, child, y'all always in the wrong, because what y'all say, she was in a family investment. Ain't that what she said? I didn't say it. She said it. She said she was a family investment. That's what Karlissa said, that Chrisean Rock was a family investment. Girl, when I say she said it, she said it. Hey, boo. Hey, queen. How you doing, boo? When I say she said that they was a family investment, boo, I already had told y'all. Man, y'all listen, pay attention, watch.
Be okay? She's, I'm fine. So I took her to the nail shop and got her nails done and, you know, left her there. She came back home. She kept running from him to be with my son. Like, damn, if I make too many wrong moves, Jaden might creep back in. So she wasn't trying to do that. So I
should not be with your son. How though?
She was trying to be up under my son and wasn't trying to take advantage of her opportunities. You know, she wasn't handling her business. So I started like being, you know, bridging that gap and trying to make sure she was there. So they literally started calling me like I was in control of her. Like, can you have her here? Can you do this? Can you do that? So I'm doing all this stuff for her.
Girl, talking about they started calling her like she was in control. Boo. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? She was the mastermind. Did her dirty because Wax said that is exactly. They all did her dirty. They all. Hey, boo, don't call me half breed. Hey, boo, welcome to the Moo Moo Room. Doing errands with her. Thank you, boo. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you so much.
I'm cleaning up the dog shit. I'm running a restaurant. And then in the bottom of my heart, I still feel Jaden's heart pounding every day. Like, how could you be there with her? You've been with me all my life. And I'm like, I'm helping him with this investment because, you know, this is what he said he's doing. I can't just.
Did she say it again? Did she say it again? I'm helping him with this investment. Now, that takes me back to Jaden when she said the $1 million plan, the $1 million plan, the investment, the $1 million plan. Baby, you know what? We're going to listen a little bit more, but I'm already vindicated just from that right there. I am already vindicated just from that right there because I told y'all. I've been saying it. See, everybody got it all misconstrued. Everybody, you know, they, no, baby. It was the investment. The $1 million plan. Come on, y'all, listen to it. She said Jaden was telling him, go get her money and bring it home. The $1 million plan, the investment. Pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Pay attention. That's
I had already tried to take over and make him do a certain thing when we got throughout the first time. Now, mind you, I'm still trying to make sure my husband don't know nothing's going on. I'm trying to make him think this shit is as normal.
But he's in the house.
Right. But so I wasn't like complaining and like this, you know, saying what I needed to say. I wasn't putting my foot down. Like, you're not going to move some stranger in the house with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we had already been down that road. So I was just trying to, you know, convince my husband, like, this is his artist. This is an investment. Like, I'm just helping him with it. You know, we took her. My husband even took me to drop her off at Zeus when she signed up to go do that. So it was just like, we just got involved with his investment, and it became more of like, you know, it was overwhelming.
And what was
y'all? She said we got involved with his investment. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Excuse me, y'all. And Chrisean went rogue. She knew, okay, she kind of knew what her role was supposed to be in all this too. But she went rogue, y'all. She went rogue. I'm telling you, listening to what I'm saying now, she wasn't supposed to have Junior. Now, I don't know if she gonna say it, but I'm telling you what wasn't supposed to happen, okay? But because Jaden left him free and open, Chrisean was able to work her magic and get him to where she wanted to be. Because like she said, at this time, they living in the house with the mama and the stepdaddy. Him, the mama, the stepdaddy, and Chrisean. And so, look, and most people don't know that. Most people don't know that. They're not even hearing how things went down. And like I've been telling y'all, I don't care what other bloggers said. Y'all heard it here first on Moo-Moos and Mimosas from Sister Girl, that she was the mastermind behind the whole deal. That was the family investment, the $1 million plan. That's all she was supposed to be, y'all. That was it, and that was all. I'm just saying, I've been saying it. I've been saying it for a long time. I'm just saying, I watched an interview twice, and honey, let me tell you, there is so much to unpack. Girl, it's so much to unpack. But it's like, see, for me, sis, this Don't Call Me Half Breed, because I've been following them for so long, all this is confirmation to everything I've been saying this far. That when people be like, well, Chrisean, and I keep telling y'all, it's deeper than just her. I'm not saying she is not without fault. I'm not saying she shouldn't do the beat. You know, she ain't got no issues too. But like I told y'all, this master plan was set up. It was a scheme set up by Karlissa now. See, Blueface came to his mom and said, look, I got this girl. This is what I want to do. And she helped him execute it. That's what I'm saying. Now I understand why Rock was mad and act like how she acts now. It's a slap in Rock face. He back with Jake. Exactly. Yes. It's deep, boo. And when I say it's deep, it go what they say, deeper than Atlantis. Okay? It is deeper than Atlantis. And you know what? The sad part about it is it's still gonna go over some people's head. And they know that. They know it's still gonna go over some people's head. They gonna hear everything else but this, but that. That girl, it's a mess. It is a mess.
This is the thing that, because I missed this detail, that started that brawl that we've seen on social media.
She came in the house. They came in together. John was with somebody the day before. So at this point, I'm looking at him like, motherfucker, you ain't serious about nobody.
Was somebody who, another girl?
Yes. And so it was like a lot going on. They was coming, they was going. I was getting dizzy. And so when she came back, when she came home from the Zeus, and, you know, she had got the money, she had went and got the sneak deal behind my back that I, you know, told her that I'm finna do, like, you know, you go here. Cause I think I had went and did some stuff too with like celebrity moms or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we kind of like tag team, like, you go get yours, I'm gonna go get mine, we meet back here. When she came back with the dog, and I told her I can't do another dog. So you're gonna have to take the dog to your mom or somebody else. I refuse to do the dog. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. I had already heard about the dog not being trained and all the shit that goes with it. Now I'm gone 10 hours a day. I can't have my husband coming back with shit on the floor, like how they did the other house. Mm-hmm. So I just had already these preconceived like notions, and I just wasn't going to do it. So I tried to put my foot down when they came back, but you know, they $1 million in now. So they was a team. I was on the outside. I'm like Jaden now. They done threw my ass to the curb. Okay. So when they decided
but did you get thrown to the curb because they felt?
Did I not say it? Did I not say it? They threw her little butt. That's where all the beef came in, because like she said, now they the $1 million brand, and I'm like Jake now. Her and Jake was on the outside, so then that's how they ended up teaming back up because they was beefing, so they ended up teaming back up because now they both on the outside. Now Dre is on the outside. The whole family investment, he took the family investment and he had tunnel vision with it. You know what I'm saying? He had tunnel vision with it. You said this interview gave me so much compassion for Blue that I never, because of his mama. Matter of fact, I have a little level of compassion for each and every one of them involved. Yeah, you have to. You really do. You really do. I'm just saying. I feel like this is what I'm saying. I don't know, but y'all, let's finish listening.
On love?
No, I got thrown to the curb because she went and got the bag before I could get the bag.
Got it.
That's what happened. Literally. Like there was not like I said, there was somebody there the day before. And I slipped and said that. So when I slipped and said that.
You slipped and said it, or you said it?
I slipped and said it. Like, nigga, you not about to be in here trying to tell me I'm going to take care of this bitch dog and do X, Y, and Z and all of this. I'm going off. I done turned into color purple, okay? He got Medea all day. And I'm telling him, bitch ass, nigga, I'm going in. Okay, now my husband is stone cold sleep upstairs, melatonin sleep. I'm going off like, I'm not going to take care of this bitch dog. Now, mind you, she not in the house yet. I'm just giving him, the dog came in with him. And I said, oh, no, this bitch didn't.
And where's she at?
She in the car getting her last little swig in. I didn't know they was drinking either. So that was another thing. They were pissy drunk.
That day? That
night when they came in.
Okay.
And so
And where's Callie at?
She's not there. I was just there with, my husband and my grandson was there. He was upstairs on the video game. So she came in, funny style. She knew I had already said don't bring the dog there. And John didn't know I told her don't bring the dog there, but she was going to bypass what I said because this is my house now. You know what I'm saying? My dog is coming here. And I just looked and it just irked me so bad thinking about it. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing another dog. So she got to go.
But why were you mad at her when clearly Blue's the one that made her feel comfortable enough to feel that way?
Because there was stuff that I was saying to her, grooming her of what I was going to put up with and what I was going to do there.
Did you hear the word grooming her? Grooming her. Grooming her. That's what, girl. That, honey, money is the root of all evil, baby. For the love of money, it's the root of all evil, baby. The love of it, you know what I'm saying? People love it and they cherish it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mess. It is a mess. Did you notice you always talking about a man? I don't want my husband to come back home and see shit on the floor. I don't want to see it on the floor. I think her man is the boss. Well, I hope he the boss, Robin. I hope he the boss because I was worried about Mr. Sterling Schofield. I was worried about Mr. Sterling for a minute, boo. So I hope he is being the boss because I don't know. But y'all, did y'all hear her say grooming? I was grooming her. Baby, y'all better listen. Said, but they got played from the beginning. They thought they had a plan, but there was a master plan that had no clue about. Baby, look. I think that there was a plan, and on top of the plan, and they thought, because like everybody say, she's so silly, she's so this and this, and they thought she ain't had no sense. But you gotta look at her sisters. All her sisters got hustling. They got a little hustle in them. You understand what I'm saying? And then, look, baby, look. I I think it all, hey, and if it was the plan, they deserve to get whatever got coming to them. I don't care. At this point, that's how I feel, because she's saying it all in this thing. She's saying it in the master plan with Blue. Yes, it did. She was not supposed to have that baby, boo. Boo, she was not supposed to have that baby. That's where it backfired. Because now, see, they could spin her any other way. But when now she got that baby, and she was smart, she had that baby online. And when I say, look, they playing chess. Please hit that like button, y'all. Please. They playing chess, y'all. They is playing chess. You hear me? You better know. You better watch it and see. I'm telling y'all.
With her in that house, like, don't go in my room, don't take my stuff, I can't take care of your dog. I had laid some laws down and she said, fuck you. Now, to me, they're still young people. I don't care if they're 22, 23, they still young people to me. So I'm still looking for them to have a certain level of respect, the same level of respect that, Callie and Jaden and the other people have. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I could say this what it is, and that's what it is. And that wasn't the case, because she didn't know me like that. I put her in a position too because she doesn't have that type of home training. And that's not her fault. And that's not to say, she's a bad person, but she didn't know when I say, no, I ain't doing it, that's what it is. She didn't know, bitch, you gonna do it anyway, And so she started telling him that I was a horrible mom and saying, my mom will come over here and take care of the baby and the dog and the cats and all this other shit. And I was just like, don't talk to me about your mom, because your mom is incapable of doing what I'm doing. So don't talk to me about that. I might have said, your mom's on drugs or something that like infuriated her. So then she went to being who she is, you know what I'm saying? And saying some things that was like, and so when she said something, I know what she said. She said, you know what? Because I'm already fucking mad, and I want to give you what I want to give your daughter and Jaden for knocking my tooth out or for whatever happened to her at the house. And that's when it dawned on me, like, oh, she's an enemy. Because if she they enemy, she my enemy. Now, mind you, if you pussy whooped, I'm not. She our enemy. So at that point, I just was like, what? You gonna do what to Jaden and my daughter? And I just picked up the jar and threw it at her. I ain't Babe Ruth. The shit went flying over there somewhere. And then that look she turned around was like, and John said, if you throw it at her again, now mind you, I done already pissed him off because I done said the bitch was here the night before. So he said, if you throw it at her, if you throw something else at her, I'm gonna let her get you. What you think I'm gonna do?
You threw something.
That's my son. Nigga, I dare you. And so I threw something and it connected, and she just sat there like breathing like, Hulk Hogan or something, like, and like I was sitting there like, oh shit, oh shit, we done woke up the beast, and I don't really know that she's a violent person, at this point. I'm just thinking she's just a disrespectful kid.
It's the narrative. I didn't know she was a violent person up until now. I just thought she was a disrespectful kid. But it's like she just came from baddies. She just came from off a show where she was fighting. Girl, child, I don't even know. She can't even groom a man, so how's she gonna groom somebody else? Girl, but she said she was grooming her. That's what she said. Girl, a whole mess, a whole dang gone mess. Girl, if you don't, Karlissa, child, DaMama, Don't Call Me Half-Breed said, baby, you can break this stuff down point by point, because this damn Karlissa, this damn DaMama is, and y'all, I've been following DaMama, so I kind of like, a lot of this ain't surprising me. I'm just getting more depth to what she, you know what I'm saying, be talking about or whatever. I'm just getting in a little bit more depth to it, because the stuff I knew surfacely, you know what I'm saying, about everything, but now she's giving her point of view on it. Girl, DaMama is a mess. DaMama is a mess, a whole mess. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because even if that would have been one of Blue's childhood dude friends talking to me like that, I still would have threw something at him. So he had to make a decision that day, and it was $1 million on the line. And he said, my mama or the $1 million, and my mama throwing shit. So it's looking like it's going to be the $1 million. And after playing it back, I was like, shit, nigga, I would have did that too.
Yeah, I just, you know, of course, y'all know I'm gonna stop it, because I just feel so vindicated. I just feel so vindicated, because what did I tell y'all? The $1 million plan. The $1 million plan. She said it. Jaden said it. Blue said it. Chrisean has said it. I'm the $1 million plan. I'm the $1 million plan. So baby, we already knew she was the $1 million plan. What did he say? She was sitting there like, you know, like, shoot, once I look back at it, I would have did the same thing. You damn right, you already knew. You took that ass whooping for the team. You already know. Once she jumped on you and she apologized, you know what she said? Oh, you said, oh, I ain't tripping. I'ma always take this for the team. Now we got this blah, 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 blah established and blah, 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 blah. Come on, y'all. We already know. We ain't in that group chat. That's the private chat. We ain't in the private chat, y'all. We in the public chat. You know what I'm saying? In the private chat that go on behind the scenes on how to sit up here and manipulate us here on this interweb. You know what I'm saying? This is what been going on in the private chat. But listen, I'm just saying, sister girl been said it. I've been said it. So let's not act like I ain't never said it. Nah. And you heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I've been saying this for months and months and months. Like, y'all been unpacking it. So, but let's listen.
Because I didn't have any right to be throwing anything at anybody's daughter or acting out like I was, you know, immature, or I was just thinking, if we get into it right now, she's out of here. And I was going to press that until it was done. So that's what happened.
And then you all ended up in a fight.
I'm arguing with him. You motherfucker, you gonna tell me, you know, I'm going at him about what he done challenged me to do, and I done did. So while I'm going at him, next thing I hear is boop, 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 all on the side of my head. Now I'm dizzy. I can take a hit. I've been in a lot of fights in my life, but I was not taking none of those. I was down. Bitch was on the ground.
And who was filming it?
Nobody was filming it. John pulled out his camera because I think he thought me and her was about to like go to work. But the way she hit me was no work left. You know, I was down. And so
That damn Karlissa. That Karlissa. All I'm gonna tell you is I don't know, y'all. Honey. She the homegirl down the block, man. She the homegirl down the block that always be having it going on, baby. If you want to know how to make some money and get out here and get your hustle on, you better go holler at the homegirl down the block. Karlissa the homegirl down the block, baby, and she's spinning this cycle, baby. Pay attention.
So as soon as he saw that, I could see the look in his face. Was like, oh shit, that's my mama. You know what I'm saying? This ain't BGC. I think he was literally like lost, like the look on his face. And then he looked at me with the blood, and it was like, and then he looked at her, and then my husband came downstairs, and my husband looked at me, and I tried to look away because I was like, oh shit, this could get really bad, you know? So he was like, did you just let this bitch hit my wife? And John was like, just took off that way, and she jumped the gate, and everybody was gone, and I was just sitting there bleeding, like, what the fuck just happened?
But then Blue and your husband got in a fight.
No.
Who was it that Blue got in a fight with?
Callie.
Well, it was Callie.
Yeah. There was
so Chrisean then fought Callie.
So Callie came to my defense.
Was this
came
the
to
same
the house.
day?
She came to the house after I just told her what happened. And
the same day?
That night.
Okay.
No, Callie went the next day.
Okay.
So she came that night. She saw me. She was just like, oh my gosh. She just was like so enraged and so angry. And I didn't know, I just like, you know what? Everything is cool now. Wack called and said, she's going to stay at the other house. I'm going to stay over here. We just going to keep it, separated. Mission accomplished. Woo, thank you, Jesus.
But Callie wasn't done.
Her feelings was just so hurt. Like, John, you let somebody put hands on mommy. She just kept saying that. And she was so mad that the next day I took a nap. I didn't go to the restaurant because I didn't want the employees to see the black eye. So I just took a nap and woke up and all hell had broke loose. And
so that's where Callie and then her boyfriend.
He drove her over there. They got a babysitter. He drove her over there. And I guess she wanted to just go at it with Rock, but she ended up going at it with like 3 or 4 dudes. And, while she obviously wasn't going to let them beat up her husband. So she went through some shit, with the guys. And then by the time John comes downstairs, he sicks Rock on her and she ain't got shit left. Mm-hmm. So her and John went back and forth too. So she went through a lot that day.
So everybody that's listening and is watching has lived through all of that online. I guess my question is, have you ever thought about where it went from him being just with mom and not having dad there and not having a father figure in his life or whatever and protecting mom to letting mom get beat up?
When I talked to him about it, he's like, you beat everybody up. You be punching everybody. I thought you had it. So because when he got on one of the interviews and he was like, oh, she's a disgrace. Like he was more or less like, I thought you was going to beat the bitch up and we was going to have her in check. You know what I'm saying? She going to help me get the dog shit up.
He told you that?
It was just more or less like I
thought. What'd she say? I thought you was going to beat the bitch up and then we was going to have her in check. Ain't that some pimping? Pimping is pimping. Like, that's some pimp shit right there. I'm just saying, y'all, that's what they said. I didn't say it. What did she just say? She said he thought, that's why he said, is that what he said? Is that what he said? Like, who said that? Who said that? I'm like, ooh, is that what you said that, girl? That's all I'm saying. Who said that? Child, it is a mess. Ooh, like she telling you the tea. He let her try her because the mama was supposed to, give her the bloop, 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 bloops and then put Chrisean in check. But it didn't happen. So then they thought Callie was going to give her the bloop, 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 bloop and put her in check. But it didn't happen. So now she know now, like, oh, okay, now I got control. She shift the energy on him. That's all I'm saying. I wish one of my sons let they women fight me. I would have 100 rounds for her and my son. Boo! That part. Oh, I'm gonna do that after I give her the flux. After I make her feel me like she feel me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he thought that the whole interview she kept trying to think she had some kind of telepathic communication with everybody. Girl, I'm like, oh, it's a mess. It is a mess. Hold on.
Thought you had it. And I was, putting words in his mouth from the conversation was like, it was more or less like he thought I had it. He thought it was, going to work in my favor.
Because later on when I saw Crazy in Love and Blueface ended up punching her dad, I really felt like he was showing a lot of restraint in that whole situation until it got to a point where he was just back literally against the wall and he was disrespected to a point where there was no coming. Like they had just disrespected him. So he he punched him, and I felt like, damn, she's punching you, he's punching him. At some point, y'all all just need to move in a house like Big Brother and see who makes it out alive. Like, I don't know.
Shit. Bet I don't never do that shit again. Couldn't none of my kids, not even my grandkids, say, Grandma, can you come stay the night?
Yeah, because this is literally the real Family Feud. All right, so now you...
Hey, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to pause this right quick. Hold on. Because let's see what she got to say about this interview, child. Because I know she got something to say about it. Because she on live. Hold on, y'all.
No days off. I was sick. You still made me go to school.
Right?
Yeah.
Which one to eat?
You still made it you on a good day.
I don't know what I want to eat yet.
I
just had a little sushi.
Blueface tell me don't do them as they do you.
I mean, cause yeah, y'all making fun of my kids talking shit to me. Like, that's cool though. That's cool.
What is it?
Cause you be acting like you wasn't there. You don't even be trying to take up for me and shit though. You don't be saying nothing to take up for me.
I don't know what's happening right now.
You know every day what the fuck is going on, and you don't stand up. That's why I didn't take you on the Jason Lee shit. Cause you don't stand
you didn't
up
take
for
me
me.
to Jason Lee shit just like you didn't interview me on none of your YouTube channels.
Cause you don't have you don't,
Get out of here.
you don't never have nothing good
You know
to
what
say.
time it is.
You just let them.
You know what time it is.
Don't tell her nothing. Don't tell her nothing. Let her keep hating. Let her keep hating. Y'all ain't smoking that with me in here.
Dad already said I can't smoke in the car. Both of y'all on the same page.
But why don't you be standing up for me though? You be hearing them talk shit.
Well, I don't hear nothing. Just like you don't put me on none of your shows.
So that's why you let me talk.
I don't hear nobody talking. I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear this shit John and Andre be saying about me.
I have no idea what he is. I promise. I promise.
Come on, Dre, Joe, you know.
I promise. That's what he said.
You was in the car with
I
me,
heard
Dre.
about my mama horror one though.
Right, so you don't have nothing to say about that?
I just mind my business because you're gonna go over his house and hang out with him tomorrow.
So if you know,
I already pulled up for my honor. I pissed on myself for life for you, baby. I have no more pull-ups for life.
I ain't say I wouldn't dare want you to ever pull up, but when you hear somebody talking about your mama wasn't no good mom, and you know I was a damn good mom, why the fuck would you not say what it is?
I'm just saying that's what happened, and I ain't got nothing else to say.
What?
Hey.
So you just gonna let them say your mom wasn't no good
please
mom?
Drop her off. Because I'm trying. Don't smoke in here, Joe.
Man, I'm not smoking.
What the fuck are you doing then?
Babe, you smoke in the. Yes, you do.
No, fuck, I don't.
This is her medical marijuana too. This is her medical marijuana too.
Smoking here, man. That's my asthma.
Babe, you let K9 smoke them damn.
I can't be too far.
I can.
How far is the shit? Cause he
got the directions.
Look up the directions.
You
Hold on, y'all. That's her and her daughter. She always like, I know they be getting mad at her because she tried to be slick and, you know, go live without Callie knowing it and stuff like that. So, hold on, y'all. Wait, is she back on? Yep, she back.
Come on.
Oh, stop, babe.
Babe, if you don't stop,
did good
making
you
me nervous. Yes, I was.
No, she got caught going live, child. Now Mr. Sterling done caught her going live, child. Mr. Sterling done caught her going live. Oh my God. Whew, that dang on Clarissa. She be cracking me up. I always say if it's a modern day soap opera, but nobody wants to listen to me, all this is real, that the true nothing on the internet is real. It's all about the money. Robin, since you right, it's all about the money. I'm telling you, it's all about the money. She just said that in an interview. The interview we was watching, ain't that what she was saying? She was saying that in the interview we was watching. She was saying it was all about the money. Y'all, she ain't giving up. She is on trying to go live for real.
We is elderly.
I'm not fucking elderly.
But then you got mad when I said, don't say that.
Y'all just don't say I'm elderly and shit. Like I'm crippled and shit.
Man,
Which
you,
I am crippled and shit. I'm elderly though, nigga.
hey, you told me, you said, when I said,
I'm a whole problem. Put it like that. I'm a whole problem.
but I said,
You should have said my husband a whole problem.
no, you said, don't call you a senior
I'm a
citizen.
whole problem though.
No, you said, don't, now you want to be old when it's time to do something.
I can respect you from that shit. Yeah, I'm a whole problem, dude. Nigga.
Where's the place at, Mom?
Knock that nigga out.
You don't know where you going.
Put my whole wrist with that nigga. Shit.
Babe, you don't never want to hang out and have fun. Then you say you young.
Not with you.
You say you
Not
young.
with you.
Not both of y'all? Hell no.
What's wrong
What's wrong with me?
Damn, man.
What's wrong with me?
I'm just saying,
What's
but
wrong with
y'all
me?
arguing now, man.
Please give him some of that weed, because I cannot. Give him some of that
Everybody
weed.
got their seatbelt on?
Yes, give him some weed.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
find
bring-
Babe, you gonna smoke this weed and you gonna chill. We gonna get you high today.
Okay, Dad said don't smoke weed in here.
Babe, we gonna get you high today. We can't do this.
Turn right here. Turn right here. Turn right.
No, you are not dropping me off nowhere. We gonna get you high today, because we cannot have you acting all uptight like this.
Turn right
I
here.
would leave your motherfucker. Everybody on the corner, nigga. And on the corner of McClay and motherfucking. Shit.
Who the
I
fuck
left
are
her
you?
on McClay and
San Fernando.
San Fernando, nigga.
Babe, why would you think about leaving me?
You're getting on my nerves, man. I can't. Hey, my PTSD kicking in.
That's why I told you we gonna get you high today, Craig.
It really be.
We gonna get you high.
If I got high with
Please.
y'all, I really be.
Okay, we landed now.
I don't even know why you-
If I have with y'all, I act like Andre.
Dad.
Y'all let me do that, right? So crazy, nigga. That nigga crazy as well. That nigga crazy.
Don't be talking about my baby.
Listen.
That nigga crazy. That nigga
Listen,
crazy.
you got me going in
Dad,
circles like you
Dad.
already.
Look, a boxing club right here. Look.
No, Dad, you need to quit acting like we not cool.
No,
You
we
don't
cool,
you
man.
be
Man,
mad
you
about
got in
that.
the car. You got in the car and just start cussing her out for no reason.
No, he cussed you out.
He cussed you out
No, he
too.
did not.
Look, Chris,
He said, "Why did you grab her? Why is she here?" Like the Lost and Found company.
You don't want my daughter with us? What the fuck?
I know she's on the bus. I thought you went to the house and get her. For what?
What are you talking about? So you don't want my daughter with us?
No, I know she had a ride.
Oh, but
He's here to handle business. It's not about personal. You're making it personal.
No, he don't ever exclude you. I don't
no,
care.
it's not exclusion. He's just.
Man, you gonna be excluding her. Shut the fuck
That-
up, man.
Let her know. The same reason why I ain't been on none of her interviews.
I'm the one
or her
that hooked
YouTube
you up.
interviews.
You the one don't
None of her YouTube interviews.
Please
She
get
went to
him
the
high.
Jason Lee without me.
Go ahead,
She
babe.
put up on Chrisean without
Babe,
me. And then she lied about where I
Callie,
be
which
at.
way?
Stop lying. You didn't even tell me you was going to go see the
Callie,
baby.
which way?
And you didn't even tell me you was going to Jason Lee's show. And you didn't even tell me.
Because you be acting weird. You be acting like you don't know.
Weird.
Which way?
Just say you don't want me to shine. Keep going straight.
Oh, she wants you to shine. That's it, shit.
It's coming up.
Tell her again, babe, before I slap this weed out of her hand. I want y'all all to get the fuck away from us.
Come on over here. Right here. This is it right here.
Y'all seen Snoop Dogg got off the weed. Y'all need to get
gonna
off
pay
too.
for it or this on me? This is right here. Where they got my card?
Why the fuck would we pay for you?
Cause y'all my parents.
Oh, we your parents now? But we ain't your parents when them motherfuckers on the internet calling me a whore.
I don't even hear none of this that you're talking about.
Babe, you are not, you just had a PTSD
No
meeting.
evil, see no evil.
You just got done for don't want to act like you had a PTSD meeting. You got in the car too riled up. You are not about to get us beat up by these Mexicans over here in San Fernando.
Get that shit for free. Where's that? Right
This is
here?
what we gonna do, right? I'm gonna run up, punch him in the head. Dad, you gotta grab the keys. Mom, I'm gonna throw them to
I'm
you.
gonna drive off and leave y'all motherfuckers too.
God, nigga.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Thank you for taking me to get my car.
Is it done? What's wrong with it, Joe? You do it, bro?
It was just a snap. It was just the belt need to be replaced.
Please give him some of that weed before we go.
Weed.
Babe, you smoking this weed? I swear to God, you are not. I'm not going nowhere with you till you hit this weed.
We're gonna go see the person.
Oh, you got me on motherfucking man. You motherfucker, man.
Y'all, hold on. Let me put up my little banner real quick because I got something. Y'all, breaking news. I know we was talking about Karlissa, but they be hold on, let me share something with y'all real quick. Let me get it for you, y'all. Let me get it for you. Hold on. Where am I at, y'all? Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. Let's look. Let's go. Well, look at here. 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 Let me make it big, y'all. Let me make it big so that us can read it. Hold on. What it say? What it say, y'all? Cassie files bombshell lawsuit against Dilly, claims he forced her to take drugs, have sex with male prostitutes while he filmed, and repeatedly abused her for years, among other horrors, okay? Among other horrors, okay? It says Cassie has filed a new lawsuit accusing her former long-term boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, of rape, and repeated physical abuse. In the lawsuit, she claims she suffered years of physical, emotional abuse at the hands of the Mongol. She also details several instances of extreme jealousy, including one where Diddy threatened to blow Kid Cudi's car up prior to its mysteriously exploding in the driveway. What? In the suit filed in federal district court in Manhattan, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventru, and who has long been Mr. Combs' romantic partner, says that not long after she met him in 2005, when she was 19. How old was he then? 2005. And she was a girl. He began a pattern of control and abuse that included paying for drugs, beating her, and forcing her to have sex with sessions of male prostitute while he filmed the encounter. Lord. In 2018, the suit says, near the end of their relationship, Mr. Combs forced his way into her home, and girl, you know what he did? After years in silence and darkness, Mrs. Virtue said in the statement, I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships. In response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Bathman, said Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offenses and outrageously allegations for the past 6 months. Mr. Combs has been subjected to Mrs. Venture's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blunt blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Venture had now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to trash Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. Y'all. Douglas Windor, a lawyer for Mrs. Venture, said the parties have spoken before the suit was filed. Mr. Combs offered Miss Venture 8 figures to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit, and she rejected his offers. Girl, Miss Venture's case in the latest is a series of sexual civil suits filed recently against a prominent man in the music industry, including Steve Tyler of Aerosmith, the executive L.A. Reid, and Neil Portman, the former head of the organization behind the Grammys. Mr. Portman has denied the accusations. Mr. Tyler and Mr. Reid has not responded. Mr. Combs, 54, founded Bad Boys in 1993 and became one of the primary figures in the commercialization of hip-hop, working with stars like Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. His net worth has been estimated as high as $1 billion, and last year Forbes calculated Combs' annual earnings at $90 million, attributing to amount largely to his former partnership in a liquor brand, Ciroc, and his ownership of the spirits giant Diego. Girl, Mr. Combs, who is in his career had virtually been known as Puff Daddy, Diddy, and Love, may be the most famous music executive of his generation. But the suit depicts Mr. Combs as a violent person who, beyond repeatedly assaulting Ms. Ventura, also asked her to carry his what in her purse. And the suit suggests he was responsible for blowing up, allegedly, girl. In one of the incidents, the suit says Mr. Combs dangled a friend of Mr. Ventura's over a 17th floor hotel. Girl, no, he wasn't trying to act like he was Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats, child. No, he wasn't. Girl, in naming additional defendants, the court papers asserted that the others who worked with Mr. Combs had helped him to control Ms. Ventura at the time by threatening her with retribution for suppressing her music if she did not obey his orders. Girl, and by helping to conceal his behavior, the suit, which names Mr. Combs and a number of his associate companies as defendants, has insignificant damages. According to Mrs. Ventura's suit, she was swept into Mr. Combs' jet-set lifestyle not long after meeting him and signing with Bad Boys, which released her debut album in 2006. But the suit said he soon began to assert an extraordinary level of command over her life. In addition to controlling her career, he paid for her car, apartments, and clothing, and even had access to her personal medical records. Girl, that's crazy. According to the suit, the result from an MRI scan she has for memory loss, possibly caused by DRUG used in by she said she suffered by Mr. Combs. Went directly to Mr. Combs. Girl. Oh my goodness. Mr. Combs also provided Miss Ventura with copious amounts of drugs, including and urged her to take them in suit. Hold on, y'all. Says and often became violent. Her multiple times each year, the suit said Miss Ventura never went to the police because she feared it. She merely gave Combs another excuse to hurt her. Oh my God. In one incident in Los Angeles in 2009, the Sioux said Mr. Combs became enraged when she saw Miss Victoria talking to another talent agent, then pushed her into a car and her repeatedly, making her bleed. Oh my God, according to the suit, Mr. Combs then had his staff bring her to the hotel and recaptured for the week and recuperate for the week. She asked to go home to her parents, but Mr. Combs refused, the Sioux said. The Sioux says that after seeing the violent repercussions of rejecting Mr. Combs, that the intent to which she would isolate her from her support network, Miss Ventura felt that saying to no to Mr. Combs would cost her something, her family, her friends, her career, or even her life. Lord. And though he tried to leave Mr. Combs, the Sioux says she sent his employees to lure her back. Child, in one incident described in the court papers, Miss Ventura says that early 2012, Mr. Combs grew so angry about her dating the rapper Kid Cudi that he said he would blow up the rapper's car. Around the time, the Sioux said Kid Cudi's car exploded in the driveway. I mean, they saying I don't know that that's that's quite a coincidence. That's quite a coincidence. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Though the spokeswoman, Kid Cudi, confirms Miss Ventura account. This is all true, he said. A few years into Miss Ventura's relationship with Mr. Combs, the Sioux says he began coercing her to engage in fantasies of his voyeurism, in which she directed to have sex with sessionals of male prostitutes like Combs watch. Play with himself and took pictures and shot videos. According to the suit, Mr. Combs called these encounters freak-offs, which involved costumes like masquerade masks and lingerie. They continued for years, taking place at high-end hotels across the United States and in Mr. Combs' home. The suit says that he instructed Miss Ventura to search the website and escort service to procure male sex workers. Lord, drugs were supplied at these events, which Miss Ventura says she took because they allowed her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. Woo! According to the suit, Miss Ventura would delete videos from these incidents that had been shot on her phone, but Mr. Combs told her he still had access to these videos, and on the flight once made her watch a video she thought she had deleted. Girl, that is crazy. Oh yeah, I'm like, oh no, oh my God, y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Yes. Another one bites the dust, baby. I wonder why she wanted I wonder why she waited so long to come out. I wonder why he treated Young Miami like this. Girl, Ooh, I wonder if she. I don't know. The suit says that a result of their sexual encounter is in different cities. Mr. Ventura was a victim of sex trafficking. The suit also accused Mr. Combs of battery and assault and violations of New York gender-motivated violence law. Miss Ventura's suit includes several counts of this unsuccessful attempt to escape from Mr. Combs' control. And in one example, the suit says that during a freak-off in Los Angeles hotel in 2016, an intoxicated Mr. Combs punched her in the face, giving her a black eye. And he fell asleep. And so she tried to leave the room, but he woke up and followed her into the hallway where he threw glass vases at her, sending glass shattering through the contour. According to court filings, the hotel security cameras captured the incident, but the suit said that Mr. Combs paid the hotel $50,000 for the footage. What? The court filings says that in 2018, after Mr. Combs and her met for dinner, he forced himself into her apartment and wooed her while she was repeatedly saying no and tried to push him away. After that, the suit says she left him for good. Miss Fedora married Alex Fine, a professional trainer, and the following year now have 2 young children. According to the complaint, her association with bad boys ended in 2019. So her case, like any other recent sexual assault lawsuits, is being brought under the Adult Survivors Act of New York law and allows people who say they were victims of assault abuse to file civil lawsuits after the statute of limitation has expired. The 1-year window is to bring cases under the law ends next week. The law is cited that Ms. Fedora complaint in this statement addresses is important. When the expiration of New York's Adult Survivor Act fast approaching, she said it became clear that it was an opportunity to speak up after the trauma I had experienced and that I was recovering for the rest of my life. Poor Cassie. And this was B. Simone, child. B. Scott. That's crazy, y'all. I don't even know what to think about that. Let's see what they said. You know the InstaWeb. I know it got to be on the InstaWeb by now. Cause baby, yeah. Hold on. Let me get on over here, cause you know Hollywood Unlocked always be they do be, it's enough of them. We be smile over here, but let's see. After years of silence and darkness, Mr. said in a statement, I'm finally ready to tell my story and speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in relationships. Okay. I don't know, y'all, because you remember when other people was trying to speak up and stuff happens to them. Like, I don't know. Here it is. Here's the paperwork. It's a trigger warning. So it is the paperwork, y'all. They do got the paperwork. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. What y'all think? Prayers for Cassie, for real. Cause I feel sorry for her. And 50 Cent said, damn, brother love, you out here looking crazy as a motherfucker. I can't stand it. But yes, prayers for Cassie. I mean, That's deep, y'all. I'm a loss for words. I am really a loss for words. I'm like, I don't even know how to, prayers for Cassie. I hope Young Miami make it out, y'all. I hope everybody that's dealing with him right now. I mean, this ain't the first time this has been said. For some people, this might be new allegations from Cassie, but it wasn't. But I just know she went off the radar for a long time. And so, we didn't know, why. But dang, I mean, you got to think it's only been 4 years. It's only been 4 years. She left Bad Boy in 2019. It's 2023, y'all. That ain't a long time. That is not a long time. So, and she just had a baby. So she might have been going through some postpartum depression or something like that made her decide she wanted to come forward. It's because the Adult Survivors Act is about to end. So therefore she felt like she had to get it out. Some people might not believe her, but I believe her. I believe her. I'm sorry. I do. I'm going to drop the link. If anybody want to come up, y'all can come up. We're going to finish the Karlissa video another day because I'm just blown away by that part right there. And then, you see her go live. So we just know, I just wanted to be vindicated. Like I said, I already knew. I had told y'all who was the MasterMind. Whatever. And I know we still got a lot to unpack in that video, but the thing with Cassie just, because we heard that back in the day, if you're really into hip hop culture, and stuff like that, it was always rumored back in the day that this stuff had happened, but nobody ever really, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really go nowhere. So now that it's resurfacing again, man, and I believe it. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
Scarface, when that white woman was coming down the escalator. Yeah, he was in that man's house and he saw that man's wife who was like this. I was watching Puff. And nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie. I was like, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm going to do.
Girl, that's crazy. And so I that's why I'm saying, y'all, I believe her. I believe her. I don't care. I believe her. I believe her. I believe he crazy like that. I really do. Y'all, let's look. Before we get out of here, we're gonna look at a few TikToks on it and see what they saying on TikTok, because sometimes you can get a little bit more tea. So give me a second.
Magazine, Cassie is accusing Sean Diddy Combs of rape and abuse.
In the article, she details that since the start of their relationship in 2006, Sean Diddy Combs has been supplying her with drugs and forcing her to have sex with men.
Breaking Diddy news. And no, he hasn't been arrested yet for Tupac's unaliving. This comes courtesy of Cassie. Thank you, Cassie. Sean Combs is accused by Cassie of rape and years of abuse in lawsuit. In the suit, the singer says Mr. Combs, known as Puff Daddy or Diddy, subjected her to a pattern of control and abuse over about a decade. Mr. Combs vehemently denied the allegations. This may be why he was crying, or one of the many reasons crying. Justin Bieber, can you make this class action? Can you file too? Get Usher too as well. Make this class action. So Diddley, was sued in federal court today by Cassie, an R&B singer, one side who was...
In shocking news that is breaking right now, I'm talking literally 40 minutes ago from the New York Times. The New York Times is reporting that Sean Diddy Combs has been accused by Cassie of rape and years of abuse in a lawsuit. Let's get to the story. In the article on New York Times, it says that Diddy was subjecting her to a pattern of...
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Moo Room.
Good. I thought I'd show my face one little time over here.
I appreciate you.
Girl, this is a lot.
It's a lot.
This is a lot. What you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Karlissa? You want to talk about Diddy? What you want to talk about? Because we got a lot we can talk about.
It's so much. It's just so much. It's so... I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's harvest season, and most people don't understand that when I say it. It's harvest season, so it's a lot of stuff that people done sowed that they have to reap. And so it's starting to come up, and baby, I knew this was coming because Cassie said that a long time ago about Diddy, but people kind of swept it under the rug. You know, nobody ever really addressed it, you know, so I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised.
You know what? I'm not surprised neither, because he was in his 40s when he got with that little girl.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe it. And I believe that the reason she coming forward now ain't just because that law is about to be up or whatever, but also because she says she got an MRI that shows that she has brain damage from that. And I believe that she had gotten in and she was in too deep, that she was scared to leave until she was able to move, because people go through that all the time. We can't sit here and say that we don't believe what she's saying, but we believe people who've been human trafficked.
Exactly. And that's what it was. If you listen to what she's saying, that's basically what he did to her. Like, if you listen to and just, I mean, oh my God, I just feel so bad for her. She was so young. She was like 19.
Right. Girl, don't never mind what's going on around me. I'm in my garage office.
Girl, me too. So
my little office in my garage. But yeah, I believe her. I do believe
her too, man. I do believe her too. And people, you know, but the thing is, I'm scared for her.
You know what? I'm not scared for her no more. If I had heard this, like if I knew her and she told me this story before she came forward with it, I would be scared for her every second of the day. But now that it's out there in the public and it done came forward, now that's her security. Now they can't kill her. They cannot get rid of her because it's going to automatically look like he did it.
But see, and nobody else was able to tell their story before, you know, they were unalive. Nobody else was able to tell their story. Kim wasn't able to tell her story. Andre wasn't able to tell his story. It's a lot of them that wasn't. The overweight love the heavy D wasn't able to tell his story. It was a lot of them that wasn't. Biggie wasn't able to tell his story.
No, and I believe her. This like Marilyn Monroe. I bet you the exact same things happened to her, but she got before she was able to tell her story. The exact same thing happened to her, but that happened so long ago. They was able to take her out of here before she was able to tell anybody about it. Oh, why my hair look like it? Look, girl. Anyhow,
you all remember before Kim Porter suddenly died, she was going to tell. Yep, she was going right. And then before Al B. Sure went into that coma, he was going to start telling his tell-off.
And I bet you he don't even remember it no more. And if he do remember it, he's too scared to talk.
Exactly. I already know it's something about him. It's something about that man.
Diddy about to go down like Cosby.
Y'all really think they gonna get him though?
I don't think they have a choice. Right now, with this story that came out, I don't think there's no choice but to.
And I feel like, and honestly, I do feel like Young Miami is stuck.
I want to know who Diddy pissed off. That's what I want to know. For them to allow her to come on out and tell this story. Because, you know, they only allow people to tell their story when they want to allow it. Which means that somebody got it out for Diddy, and it ain't Cassie.
Okay. Better pay attention now. Behind the scenes, I see who they putting out on the forefront, but who's the one behind the scenes?
Let me tell you this, girl, because I'm gonna tell you, before when you start coming on here talking about Chrisean, I'd be like voodoo in my head. I'd be like, oh, sister girl, go lay down. Go lay down. We don't want to hear none of that shit. Now with Karlissa coming out and telling that whole story, let me tell you what my initial thought when I first listened to it. So when I first listened to the interview, I didn't try to take in anything. I didn't try to break it down or make sense of it or anything. I just listened to everything she had to say. And as she was talking, in my mind, that was a movie playing. That was a movie. That was a whole movie. I can see the whole movie coming out. And it made me, initially, I felt so bad for Blue and Andre because there was so much put on Blue's back. And she kept saying, you know, no, this was the family plan. They all agreed to it. Well, he was a child. You know what I'm saying? And that was a whole lot to put on his shoulders. And it made me feel really bad for him. And then listening to Andre's story, I really felt bad for him too. Now, I'm not excusing nothing that they doing right now because they grown-ass men and they need to chill the hell out and do what they need to do. But the upbringing, she kept saying, oh, Blue wants to make it sound like he went through something. He didn't ever go through nothing. He had a good life. He had this, he had that. And it's a cautionary tale.
But she say that, but then she say, oh, I was in Section 8 and I moved from the valley down to the hood.
Right. It's her cognitive dissonance. This whole interview, she was being real, but she still has a detachment from what really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, what really happened? And she's like, oh, he never went through nothing. He had good life and he had this and he had that. But then she'll keep on talking. And it's like, girl, no, he didn't. Because you're only looking at it from your side. You're not looking at it from the child's perspective.
Exactly.
Them babies went through it. And she was so focused on getting money and getting a man that her children fell by the wayside. And she
didn't say it in this interview, but she always said like, oh, I could have been with 50 Cent, or I could have been with this person, or I could have been with that person, but no, I chose to raise y'all. I could have did this, I could have did that, but no, I chose to deal with y'all. Like she says that all the time. Like she, you know,
she used them babies as pawns. She really did. She used them babies as a way to make money. She says it all the way through. Oh, they was acting and they was doing this and they was doing that and da-da-da-da-da. And this is the family plan. This is the family plan. Can't no child make a pact with you?
Exactly.
that they're supposed to be held to the standard of following it. There's so much in this interview to
it was so much, sis, it's so much to break down. Like, but the thing when she was like, I was trying to groom her, and I was trying, like, it's just, you got to listen to the stuff. And I kept telling everybody, when everybody was like, whatever, I was like, y'all, Karlissa gave them this blueprint. She gave them the blueprint. She built the house. She built it, and she said, I need y'all to go in, and I need y'all to do the flooring like this. They opened the door and was like, oh, shit, I got endless opportunities to move. This is a blank slate. And so they decided moving in their own direction. You know what I'm saying? And so then, like you said, when Blueface bought her to me, you know what I'm saying? She was a family investment. She was the $1 million plan. They all said it. Jayden said she was the $1 million plan.
Well, here's the thing. All of them were the $1 million plan, though. If you listen to her, she tried to use each and every one of her children to get to that $1 million. So anybody that came into that family was going to be an investment.
But Jayden got mad.
Jayden slipped in without the investment, though. Jayden slipped in some childhood stuff, and she's just there, and she's like, oh, well, you know, she's here, but she ain't worth nothing. But everybody else that touched that family, they were all an investment. Karlissa tried to say, she said on that interview that she did some things, a few strange things for a piece of change.
Yeah.
She tells you that, you know, she tried to do the same thing with Andre to get him to make some money for the family. She tried to do the same thing with her daughter after she got it back. She said in that interview that she lost custody of her daughter for 8 years because her daddy was a sheriff or something.
Yeah.
And she had to sleep with, you know why this interview hits so home for me? It just hits home for me because I don't know Karlissa, but I know women just like Karlissa. You know what I'm saying? And I can even see some of me in Karlissa as far as the single mother trying to raise sons out here. You know what I'm saying? But, and then Blue came along, and Blue was the one being the baby. Because if you notice, the baby is actually the one that usually follows the parent more than any of the other children.
He went rogue, and she blamed Chrisean for him going rogue. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I don't even really think it was Chrisean the reason he went rogue.
He went rogue because of Karlissa.
He went rogue because of his mama. Yes, he went rogue because of, and she's trying to convince herself that, you know what I'm saying, and convince everybody else that he went rogue because of Chrisean. When I honestly, listening to it and knowing what I know, I'm like, nah.
Karlissa did lay down the blueprint for some money, but what she didn't lay down a blueprint for was happiness and family.
She didn't.
As much as she screams family, 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 she's only screaming family when it comes to money. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't got no money attached to it, if it ain't got nothing that she can benefit from off it, then she's not talking about that family.
Exactly. And like she said, it was the $1 million plan. And I keep telling y'all, she was the one. When I heard Jayden say it, I said, I had been known it because I listened and I watch. And like I said, I follow everybody. You know what I'm saying? The daddies, everybody. So I know I look deep into both sides of the family because I just had to be like, what the heck is going on here? And when I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They went rogue.
When she was first telling her, when I listened to it the first time, my heart was just like so hurt for Andre. So hurt for Andre. And then when she started talking about Blue, my heart just hurt so bad for him too. And then when she talked about the story about her daughter, my heart just broke even more for that. And these are all things that she did, but she still has this cognitive dissonance about the situation as if she can talk to everybody telepathically. If you listen to her, she's saying, oh, I looked at him and he looked at me and that just gave me the sign that he's saying, oh, mom, go do this. And oh, mom. But exactly. Never came out.
No verbal.
No, not at all. This is all in her head, And she destroyed her family for some money.
Yeah.
She talked about how her sister was in the same position as her, didn't have no money or nothing, but her sister took the opposite path of loving on her children. You know what I'm saying? And being there for her children. And now that they're grown, she sees her sister and her children are so close and such a happy family, and she doesn't have that. And she's still got this cognitive dissonance that she can continue doing the same thing she's been doing for the last 35 years of having these children and get this family back together. It's crazy. She don't want to change. She wants money.
Thanks.
It's wild to me. It was wild to me. Yeah, but the first time I listened to that story, my heart was just breaking for all of them babies. And it made me understand why Blueface is the asshole that he is. Because she created it.
She did. She did. Hold on, I gotta get in on another phone. Give me 1 second.
But yeah, Diddy going to jail, girl. He is going to jail, and he ain't gonna get out on no Bill Cosby get out. He ain't getting out on a technicality like Bill Cosby did, because Cassie man done told her, you better get your ass up there and get this money, girl. Make him pay you for your pain.
I agree.
Child.
You gotta be in your room. Sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, girl. That was wow. But here's the thing. I understand what you're saying about them pulling Chrisean in and doing all this, but I still think, to me, Chrisean had a plan from the beginning, and she knew before she even stepped foot in that door that she was going to go rogue, and she was going to throw them all under the bus.
I'm starting to think that too. Now I'm gonna start to agree with you on that. But it's like they had to plan against her first.
Here's how I feel like. I feel like she was going to go out to LA. She was going to attach herself to the first person that she could get attached to, and she was just going to ride it till the wheels fell off. She's going to ride it till the wheels fell off. So when they sitting here talking about, oh, she was the $1 million plan and we did this and we did that, and some people are like, oh, I feel sorry for Chrisean that she went through that. My mind is saying, Chrisean knew what she was doing. She had this plan and she was willing to sacrifice that right there. She didn't realize it was going to hurt her as much as it did hurt her. Because I do think that she's hurt. I really do. But she knew from the beginning that she was going. You see that? What is that video with Common, where he's in the courtroom and Taraji P. Henson is the girlfriend and she in there crying and boo-hooing, and as soon as
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right, as soon as the judge hit the gavel, she stand up, turn around, look at him like, yeah, my plan worked. That's how I feel like Chrisean worked this.
But you think and I ain't trying to say, don't take it the wrong way, but you think she's that brilliant? She was 19.
She's street. She was raised in the streets. She didn't have no adult guidance. You know what I'm saying? She says she did, but for real, she was out there in them streets. And there's two different kinds of smart. There's book smart and there's street smart.
Facts.
Smart? Oh, yeah. Chrisean, hell yeah, girl. I sure do. Blueface and his mama was just so full of themselves that they thought they was getting over on somebody, but she had already came in the game knowing that I'm gonna play stupid. I'm gonna do what you what I think you want me to do. I'm gonna follow these clues, and as soon as I get the chance, I'm gonna show you what I am.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that could be it. Because like I said several times, she do have sisters. She's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She do have her sisters. She do, they a little unhinged. They some hustlers. They,
So sometimes the crazy person play crazy to let you know that in the end they're not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing when she walked through the door. Karlissa said, I dropped her off at Zeus. She was barefoot. Her feet was dirty. I felt bad for her because all these other girls had this and had that. She said, Chrisean didn't care. She said, I don't care what they got. I'm here to get what I got. I'm here to get what's mine, and I'm going to get it. She had a plan, and wasn't nothing going to deter her from that plan. And I still feel like that baby was part of her plan.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I keep saying she went rogue when she wasn't supposed to have that baby.
Yep. Karlissa and Blue was so full of themselves that
she had to show them like, oh, okay, I got you.
Yep, they thought they found one. They thought they.
And that's why she did what she did, and she named that baby after her. She ain't had no intentions on naming that baby after Blueface.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have no intentions on doing that. That's why she named that baby after her. That's why it's a lot of things. If you just watch her actions when it come to them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She like, okay, y'all want to play? Y'all want to play me? Because she knew the plan. She lived in the house with Karlissa.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me y'all didn't sit and talk about the plan?
And that's what I'm saying. She kept saying she don't know what made Blue attached to Chrisean. And it was that right there.
And she's lying because before,
you know how she sat there and talked about how Blue plays chess and he's moving the pieces on the board. He found his match with her because Chrisean.
But that's what I'm saying. She lied though. She even lied in saying that because y'all remember when I told you she had said when she went to the Blue girl's house and she was looking and it was something about Chrisean that stood out to her that intrigued her and stuff. Then she go on Jason Lee's show and lie and say she told Blue to stay away from Chrisean. That is not what she said in the past. I'm telling y'all.
Look, there's a comment in the chat that says if the baby was a part of her plan, she wouldn't have gotten rid of the first three. I disagree. Because the thing about a plan is that it has to change while you're in it. You have to adapt. So her getting pregnant with them first babies and her going on and, deleting them children, that's also her playing toward telling them or trying to show them that, yeah, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. But when she got ready to jump off that boat that last time, she said, oh, no, not this time. It was part of the plan. That's the thing about plans. You can go in with a plan, but you also got to be able to adapt as the situation goes on. She had a plan. And she worked that plan. She's still working that plan. She's starting to hurt herself because she's, and you know what? I got to double think that too. Because when we're talking about her and this Tamar thing, and now we seeing that James is out here selling that record and whatever. Maybe she didn't punch him in the mouth. Or maybe it was planned that she punched him in the mouth, but Mr. Davis wasn't part of that plan.
Look, Mr. Davis wasn't even in the room. So how he dropped it first anyway was crazy because he wasn't even in the room when it happened. That's what the manager said. He came in after all the altercation before he went and got security who said they couldn't call the police, who said, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So
it's just a lie. I don't know.
So what if
what if
lying? I'm just saying they ain't all telling the truth.
What if this situation with Chrisean popping off and popping that man in the face, that happened the same day that Karlissa's interview or the day after? Like it was in the same area, right? In the same time frame that Karlissa's interview came out. What if that was all a ploy to get sympathy for Chrisean and boost her name up some more? What, girl, this is a lot, child. I don't be down these daggone conspiracy theory streets, but y'all is taking me down these conspiracy tunnels.
But I'm telling you that it is. It's a they'll have you doing all kind of conspiracy theories, fooling around with them. I'm telling you.
But I think that it was her plan. Chrisean had a plan. Blue and Karlissa, after they met Chrisean, thought that they had a plan and they thought that they had a dummy, and turns out that they was wrong, and now they scrambling.
You didn't find it?
But yeah, girl.
Huh?
That's what I'm thinking.
You're not going to go? You sure?
You right, Robin.
Hold on one second.
I believe that she did fall in love with him. I do. But
hold on one second.
What love got to do with it when you got $1 million plan? Toothpaste orange brown.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta try to figure out how to get out of this without ending the stream.
Sierra Linda, you know what? You might be right. Maybe those first babies was also a sacrifice.
Huh. Chrisean was in love with Blueface, really in love, and the woman is going to tattoo a man on her body, including Toothface orange. Okay? I'm telling you, I believe that too. I think she did fall in love with him. I agree with that. But that wasn't part of the plan. That's all I'm saying. It happened, but it wasn't part of the plan, you know? So, I just don't think it was part of the plan. And so they had to try to flip it. Think about now, the Braxton show coming back, you know, in the industry is rituals. Oh, facts. I
don't think she had no.
Well, it just seems so weird. And that's why she was like, it's just weird, because it just seems so weird. And then when you listen to the man, when he first tells the story, and see, a lot of people don't play that part. He was like, James was consoling her. He was So how did she go from consoling her to giving him a 3-piece and a biscuit? I'm just saying.
With a little golden butter on top.
That's what I'm saying. How did that happen?
Girl. Tira Scale said she could have had all 4 kids to trap him. Well, I don't think she went into this or had that baby to trap him. That baby is the bag, not Blue.
I don't think she had the baby to trap him either, y'all.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. She had the baby to change the chessboard. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. She had the baby to
redistribute the power.
Exactly. Because that was, y'all gotta think now, up until she got pregnant with Junior, with nephew, up until she got pregnant with nephew, they controlled everything.
Yeah.
They controlled everything.
She hit shuffle on that board. So I don't think she was trying to trap him with a baby, not at all. But Blueface, at this point, Blueface ain't the bag. The baby is the bag. That's why as soon as that baby was born, he had his own Instagram page and booking. She pulling a Karlissa.
Exactly. I don't think she tried to trap him down. I don't think, because if that was the case, she would have did that with the first baby or the second baby. Do you understand what I'm saying? She wouldn't have waited to now. What happened was she was like she said, she told him, nope, I'm not having no more. I'm not having, I'm not unaliving no more of my kids. Like, I'm not doing that. And so he really thought he was gonna but to him, like she said, we discussed this. You knew this. It was a plan. That was supposed to be the $1 million baby. That's what they say. We got a $1 billion baby. Y'all better listen to what they be saying. Like, y'all better listen.
Yep. Blue ain't the bag no more. That baby is
bag. Nephew the bag.
I think she did start planning until he kept boo-booing on her, putting her outside and talking crazy. I think that she went to LA with a plan to attach to somebody, and Blueface just happened to be the fish that bought that big.
But when she first went to LA, though, she went to LA to pursue, to be on them shows, to get into them like Gladiator and stuff like that. She went there to be on those triathlon shows. Right. That was her original, and that's where she was gonna get her fame from. Then somebody told her about coming to Blue Girls Club or whatever, and that's, remember, I played that video a long time ago, like her little set video, and that's why she was like, "Oh my God!" That's why I told her to stay with, because she seemed like just a very young, naive kid. You know what I'm saying? She looked like a little girl, and she talked like a little girl. She was sucking a pacifier on the whole thing. That's why he started calling her the baby rock, the big, you know what I'm saying? That's why now she'd be like the big one, not the little one. So it's like a lot if you just really go back and just start breaking it down how it went. But I do agree with what you're saying too, sis. The fact that I don't think she was as naive as they thought she was.
Exactly. She went out to LA to make it, and she was out there fishing. That's what it was. She out there fishing. She throwing her pole. She throwing her line in the water, and Blueface bit.
So the DJ wasn't even in there. It was Tamar, him, and Chrisean, and then James comes in where the video that she hit him and where the video that she didn't hit him. She's the one always going live. My thing is this. Okay, so when the manager, he said it was Moody, it was James. Well, James wasn't in there at first. It was Moody, him, Tamar, some other guy, and some other guy. But he said Troy wasn't never in the room until after the altercation. That's what the manager said. So my thing is that and like I told y'all yesterday, if I'm in a room and I feel like I'm outnumbered, I'm going to put my back against the wall and I'm going to fight my way out of that goddamn room too. You know what I'm saying? But what just gets me is that he was like, James was consoling her.
I don't believe that. Let me tell you.
Her just giving him a 3-piece in the biscuit. I just can't figure that piece out.
So listen, so here's the thing. Here's the two scenarios. If that's the case, then I remain standing on my square that Chrisean was wrong and she need to take her little crazy butt to the prison, because you don't put your hands on nobody like that. If that's truly the case and she was scared and her back was against the wall, because you could have turned around and walked your butt up out of there. You didn't have to put your hands on nobody. However, I'm starting to think that you was right, Moo. I say you when you was right, and when you was right, and when I'm wrong, and right don't hurt nobody, right? And I'm starting to think that maybe none of that freaking happened, and it was a different plan that was supposed to go, but Tamar did not hold true to that plan, which is why Chrisean is so mad, telling her to be safe.
Exactly. Because I think this is what happened. I think he was holding her, and he's bigger than her. So I think she was trying to get away from him. You know how you trying to get out of somebody's grip?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she probably popped him in the mouth. I just don't see him consoling her.
Yeah, because I don't see her standing there crying
and give him a 3-piece in the biscuit. I just, even though she do has ADHD, she do have that. And you know that is a anger, you know, she do have anger issues. But I just, for me, it's something missing. And when Tamar says, when she's like, Chrisean did assault James, but it was a lot of things that led up to that.
Right.
What was the but? And what was the lot of things?
I don't know, but you know what? We could be wrong about all of this. And Chrisean could have just went up there and got it wrong and showed her natural born butt.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been any of that, but now
it could have been any way it went.
It's just like this interview with Karlissa, with her really breaking it down all at once and not just in pieces. You know what I'm saying? Just all at once. It made me feel like Chrisean is more street smart than anybody wanted to give her credit for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
she got good street smarts.
Mm-hmm.
I think she got good street smarts. Don't get me wrong. I think her street smarts is impeccable. I think she just has she has an issue with common sense.
Right.
I feel like that's where she misses it. She missed some things that to some people it's just you just don't do shit. You just don't. You know what I'm saying? I understand her being excited that Tamar Braxton reached out to her. I get her being excited about that. But I would have been like, well, we're not in the same music. And I'm used to whatever. I'll come to your concert. But no, I don't want to get on stage with you. You know what I'm saying? But she's not in that place in her life where she can say that. You know what I'm saying? She don't know when to say no. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because she doesn't know when to say no, she just continuously say yes.
But you know what? It could be both things, because two things can be true simultaneously. It could be that what we think about how she first got started out there with Blueface and upset in the plan that they thought they had when she had her own plan, that could be true. And it can also be true that she went to Tamar's event, her little concert, and wigged out.
Mm-hmm. It could be. It's just more to the story.
But, aside from Chrisean, I'm still talking about this Karlissa interview. There is so much in here to unpack, and my heart just still feels so bad for Blue and Andre. Just so bad for Blue and Andre. And it's all Karlissa's fault. And she still don't get it. And she don't want to get it because she wants money. She don't want to understand and fix or try to rectify what she's done. She just wants some money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a child with ADHD, and when they're back in the corner, they don't understand. Baby, you better be careful, and they don't remember half the stuff after they blank out. I agree. I've seen that happen. I have seen that happen, and I've seen sometimes they're remorseful and sometimes they're not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. We also got to remember this girl. She's been clinically diagnosed with, all this stuff, and then it's a lot.
Right.
It's a lot. But like I said, and I'm going to continue to say, now everybody will hear for themselves who was the mastermind. Because you got to remember, Chrisean was nobody until Blueface and Dre started, and then she said she took her over to Zeus because he brought her to her and was like, this is what I want to do. But it's going to be interesting, too, to see what the Bonnie Lachey got to say. Because her and Chrisean that was considered to be Blue Girls Angels. You know what I'm saying? And Chrisean ain't never came back out and said nothing about the girls. So I don't know why all of a sudden she's coming out and she's coming for Chrisean's neck. And I'm like, I mean, she ain't never said nothing about the girl because I didn't even know who the girl was until she started posting and adding and telling them she want to be on Blue Girls Club and all this other stuff.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting.
Right. Yeah, I definitely believe that Chrisean had a plan, because if you also listen to Karlissa in that interview, she'll say it, when Blue get a little piece of tang, he don't think right. And Chrisean knew that she was cute. She knew what she was going out there to do, and she knew how to manipulate him and his little petey. Okay.
Because this is the Bonnie Lachey girl right here.
You guys remember the middle finger bandit Nene Baby? Well, ever since the show ended and her love triangle went south with Blueface and Chrisean, she decided to drop a diss track and expose Chrisean for all the abortions she had. Now, she definitely was ahead of the curve because she told us 2 years before Chrisean told us. She did have a few viral moments, from getting an interview with Sharp and also performing at Black Pride. She definitely has stayed low-key when it comes to YouTube. I've only seen her appear on a mic check and her brother's YouTube channel for a mukbang. She doesn't have any new music on the way, and it does appear that she's focused on being a mom. Would you guys say Nene Baby, aka Bonnie Lachey, was one of the baddest in the house to do it? And who was your guys' favorite? You guys remember the middle finger bandit Nene Baby?
So that's the thing. She's trying to come back. She's trying to get back up with Blue. So, and Jaden, you know what I'm saying? So, so she's doing a tell-all about Blue Girls Club, whatever. But in the tell-all, hold on.
It just started with Blueface, Chrisean, me. But I don't know if that's going to be the ending point. I don't know what's going to... I don't know if Blueface gonna be like, let me sign Bonnie Lachey. I have no idea. Y'all think I'm gonna be a part of Milk Music? Let me know if y'all think I should be, if I'm gonna be a part of it. But also, let me know if I should be on it. Because like when I got on the show, I had just started doing music like a month or two before that. So me getting signed was really quick. I don't really think I need nobody. Maybe I do. Blueface and them. Blueface and Chrisean. Y'all are funny. What did you say? Not them talking about, at this point, Chrisean got her fans on her payroll. I'm screaming. You remember being on Blueface? Yeah. Living with Blueface? You do?
Yeah.
How old were you? 2?
3, 2 and 3.
2 and 1?
2 and 1 and 3.
You almost got adopted. He was the viral kid that when we lived with Blueface, doing them viral TikToks and reels and shit. You know, there was a video where Chrisean called him out his name, the B word. And as you can see, like the video cut off. But I talked to Chrisean and I told her, I said, I checked her. I said, do not be playing around like that. Like, you're looking for clout, but don't use my son for that. He's innocent. He's 2 years old. Don't call him that. Don't look for clout in other ways. Do not put my son in the middle of this. And if you use my son for anything, like, you know, because a lot of the stuff that she do is like very malicious, but like thought out. You know what I mean? Like, she just could do anything. And I told her that, and I was letting her know, like, and so she did apologize. I know, so it's supposed to be on your mom.
So this is the...
Is it me, or did Chrisean Rock seem uncomfortable with JT rubbing her stomach?
So this is Bonnie Lachey chick. That's her. So y'all, she's the one that says she's gonna be coming with the exclusive about Chrisean. So that's gonna be interesting, y'all. I don't know.
She ain't got nothing to say about Chrisean. Ain't nothing she gonna say gonna be interesting. Because she not close enough.
Mm-hmm. And see, she's trying to get back with Blueface, so she's trying to get back on it with, because that's what she's talking about. Should I be on Meth Music or whatever? Which, I mean, go on and sign to Meth Music if that's what you want to do. I mean, go ahead, bro. I don't know.
Jaden will let her make some money for him, but she ain't gonna let her sign. She not gonna let her fill out no paperwork.
And today on Fox Soul, Claudia talked to James, and he was supposed to be on the show, but he said his lawyers advised him not to. It was on the show today. Girl, Tamar hosts the Baddies reunion. Child, she better not be trying to host nobody Baddies reunion. She better sit her tail down. Go sit down.
She gonna get beat up.
Tamar need to go sit down. Like I said, I think it's all a play for the Brastons coming back on TV.
Tamar make me sick. You know why Tamar make me sick? Tamar make me sick because she be talking big stuff. She is always talking big stuff. But when it come down to it, Tamar ain't about to put no paws on nobody. Tamar ain't got no paws.
She sure ain't. Then, you know, because her and Candy been beefing for a minute. And
girl, let nobody real come to her like a Chrisean Rock. Then she get to crying and sniffling and doing all that ugly stuff, snot running out her nose.
I just don't see what would have made her invite It's a Vibe all the time to do Only Big Brother Walk. They're not even on the same genre. It just didn't make sense to me. All them people you could have invited out in LA.
You know what? Tamar reminds me of somebody who is emotionally stunted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just reminds me of somebody who refuses to give up, who refuses to accept the fact that you are 47 years old. Okay, you are 47 years old, and your butt is not the butt to be up there twerking no more because it look like chicken cutlets now.
For real.
Tamar need to go lay down and don't get back up. Lay down and stay down. On my nerves. But yeah, I'm wondering more about this whole Diddy suit now.
I know, that's going to be very interesting.
And I better not hear people up here talking about, oh, they doing him like they did Bill Cosby. I don't want to hear it.
Exactly. He guilty.
Right. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear none of that because he did this. He been doing this. People been saying this.
Hold on, y'all. Let me show you. This is very interesting, the stuff that, and like I said, we ain't watched the whole interview yet because I just need a breather from it. It's a lot.
It was a
lot. Where would I want to go first? So somebody.
That's Chrisean.
Wild.
So they done spotted Chrisean. This is interesting.
Running a family. That's what that was.
Got it. Oh,
You're running a family, honey. So, you know, if it running a family, I just was assuming. Because it running Mrs. Saffold's family. So I just was assuming.
The internet dragged you for filth for that.
Yes. Like I knew. I didn't fucking know. I'm just trolling.
Because they were saying that they were trying to insinuate that you're in love with your son. It's kind of sick that they said that.
Now, mind you, if I'm in love with my son or had any type of weird ass tendencies, why in the hell would Jaden be in my life for 10 years? Now, I said I bought her first promise ring.
Well, maybe because, were you a lesbian before? Or
that's weird.
Okay, because she's bisexual, so maybe that was your connection, not in a sexual way, but she said it here she was bisexual.
Yeah, but I didn't know at the time. I didn't know how.
Y'all could have had ladies' night out the Abbey or something. Y'all could have been.
I've been delivered. I'm born again, Running a family. That's what that was.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's weird because why is you buying promises for?
Yeah, why would you buy her a promise ring and that's your? I don't know. That's weird.
How did you feel when Sean said on that interview that that ring was supposed to be for her?
It's just bitter, and it's just like the narrative that gets painted because it's like the fan base will run with that, you know, and vice versa. But it's just crazy because like days leading up to it, I had no idea. We were supposed to go to this Rams game, and that the Rams game was already planned. And I'm in the shower, and he comes upstairs like trying, like he has like this like ring thingy on, but I'm thinking we had already talked about getting MILF. So I'm thinking he's like sizing me up because he did a couple of my fingers. I'm in the shower, so I'm not really thinking. I'm trying to get ready for whatever we was going to do. So I'm just kind of like, whatever, not really thinking about it. He did a couple of my fingers. He's like, we'll just do it the rest later. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Didn't think nothing of it.
That's very slick.
Very slick because we had already talked about doing like something else. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, like whatever. Didn't think about it again, and he never asked me about it again. So I'm like, whatever. A couple days go by, and that's, you know, and I'm like, oh, you slick bastard. Like, you got me. Like, how did I not? I had no inkling at all. Like, where did you hide that?
How did you feel?
The lies. She knew that. She knew. I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Like, do you care? Like, because the deal breaker to me is a man that doesn't take care of any of his children.
I mean, I definitely don't want him to be a deadbeat. I wouldn't want him to be a deadbeat to my kids, you know, but that's like a situation I don't have like a say so in it. Like, even if I told him to do something, he probably wouldn't listen.
Well, I mean, if you guys are about to get married, then you actually do have a say so. That is like a big thing.
Yeah. So it's like he will take my opinion, but sometimes he might think it is like I'm biased.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm upset about him doing something, then it's like, oh, you're mad because I'm like, no, maybe you just didn't. Maybe you left some of the truth out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, obviously, and as of right now, I don't know if he's claiming it or not. He changes it every day. I don't know, but I hope that if you know he comes around, if it's not, whatever, it's up to him. You know.
Why don't I just take a DNA test?
I think that I think that this should happen.
So it still hasn't happened.
As far as I know now.
I think that I saw in an interview, I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw you in an interview say that you will never have your kids around his new baby.
No, I don't want my kids around her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, if that had to happen, obviously I would.
Like, do you care? Like, because the deal breaker
And
to
the
me
thing
is
was, she kept calling the baby the it. If that happens, then it needs to come with me. If that happens, then it. My thing is, why you keep calling that baby a it? If you know that's that girl baby. But that's about it, y'all. You got anything else, sis?
No, ma'am. I'm just gonna watch and see, girl. I'm just gonna watch and see, and I ain't gonna call you crazy no more.
I had told y'all it was going down. Like, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? The difference is I am not like I tell people all the time, I have 5 girls. You know what I'm saying? And my daughters range in attitudes from, you know, the smartest to the, you know. And so when I look at Chrisean, I see my daughter at 23 in the decisions she was making, and no matter what, she came from a good upbringing, but therefore she wasn't making good, she wasn't making good decisions. And I'm the type of person, I can hold you accountable without making you feel like you're less than.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I can hold you accountable with empathy, and you know what I'm saying? For empathy, because, I know everybody has a backstory. Do you understand? So that's just the difference between me and a lot of everybody else. I'm not going to be like, she does no wrong and But I'm going to tell you, okay, this is what I seen. This is what I see behind the scenes. This is what's going on behind the scenes. Now, this makes sense because of this. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of person I am. Even with my kids, when they come to me with something, I got 9. So when they come to me with something, I got to be able to break that stuff down and be able to get them, you know what I'm saying, whatever, without making my young girls, my young women feel like they're stupid or they're, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever. I got one, she has a hell of a temper. She's always, my husband's like, look, I ain't paying no more court fees. At this point, she has a hell of a temper. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, she's a sweet girl. But some people, because she has some other issues going on, people can trigger that for her. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I come from the place that I come from. I'm gonna dig down deep and seeing what's triggering this, what's making this person be the way that they are, instead of being surface what I see, because even through surface, some people have a deep down secret or a deep down story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just how I look at it, boo. That's it.
You right.
Girl, I think her name was Weezy. She used to kick the Sean's ass, and she got kicked out, and then Passion became the head. That's true. Hey, Deja. Hey, boo. Let me see. Hold on. Says, remember a girl. Oh, I think I already got that one. I think she did it twice. Tamar said Candy and Ty put paws on her. That's what I'm saying. Remember, she said Ty had I don't know, y'all. Y'all know, we know Tamar got some mental issues too. We know Tamar got some mental her elevator don't stop all the way at the top floor. Nah, we know that.
This is true. But at Tamar's big age, I ain't giving her no passes. Nope. She too grown. She is too grown to be getting passes, because she's at an age where she's supposed to be leading the people that are half her age. And we ain't got time for that. You seen Karlissa's interview. We ain't got time for y'all to be out here acting like this. You are destroying these young people's self-worth, their idea of what the world is. You are leading these children down the path of destruction. So Tamar don't get no passes at her big age.
And I agree. But, like I have said once before, these are the mothers of the industry. We have Tokyo Tony.
Ooh.
We have Mama D. We have Karlissa. We have Kris Jenner. We have I would say Mama Jones, but Mama Jones ain't really, she ain't, Jim Jones ain't really doing nothing right now. So you gotta think, Tokyo Tony every other day is on there, booty in the air, twerking, just being nasty, only fanning it all over the internet. That is what people are looking up. You gotta show me where there's some positive women that a young girl can actually, because everybody's rapping and talking about the same thing.
And they all think that the key to happiness is $1. And don't get me wrong, I done had me a couple dollars made me real happy. But it didn't fix my life.
Exactly. So
yeah, I ain't giving Tamar no passes. I'm sick of Tamar. I wish somebody would just go on and punch her. I wish that her wish came through. When she said, I wish she would have just punched me.
And Karlissa said, you don't wish that. No, you don't wish that.
I wish Chrisean would have just punched Tamar and punched some sense into her, because I'm sick of her. She acts like a spoiled child.
But she's always acted like that. That's not nothing new. She has always acted like that, even in her own show with her sisters and everybody else. She has always acted like that. She's always had this entitlement and all this other stuff going on. And that's just how Tamar, that's how she operates. And people that know will know, but a lot of people just really don't know Tamar Braxton. They just thinking about, oh, sweet Tamar, but Tamar got a dark side too, baby.
Oh yeah, I used to watch the Braxtons when they first came out. I loved them, and I hated the way they treated Tracy. Poor Tracy.
Yes, poor Tracy. May she rest in love.
Lord, I hated the
I
way.
used to love Tracy. Tracy was my favorite Braxton. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I used to wish Tracy would go on and pop Tamar in the daggone mouth.
I was so happy when she released her little single. I bought her little single. I was like, oh, I gotta buy Tracy's little single. Yeah, because you know she was sick when she was singing that, and that song was amazing. Even with her being sick, she still had them damn vocals. That was sad.
Yeah, but you're right. When you write, you're right, and it might all be a scheme that Todd set up.
Yeah, yeah. She was Chrisean before Chrisean came along. Not as bad, but she was a mess. She wasn't as bad, but y'all remember when Tamar had hauled off and hit somebody, or had hauled off and yeah, did she slap somebody or hit somebody or did something like that? So Tamar.
I don't remember that.
Oh, let me find it. Let me find it because I know somebody got it. When she had it was something, and she had got into a fight with somebody or something. Hold on. Man, I know somebody got to go with it. Get it. And Tamar hauled off. Remember, Tamar was in trouble for a minute for that. You know, they was talking about canceling Tamar back then.
Oh, was it her fiance, that African man?
It was somebody she had hauled off and hit.
I think he deserved it. I didn't like him. I know it wasn't Vince, because she was talking about Vince was whooping on her.
No, it wasn't Vince. It was I don't know if it was the African. Yeah, I know I got it. I know. I remember that because I was like, oh, now Tamar trying to be body. It was a while ago. It was when the Braxton show was on. So it was a long time ago. Do anybody remember that? Who it was that Tamar had got into it with? Was it her style? It wasn't a stylist. Who was it? God dang it. It's hard to get it in the algorithm now because now all you can see is Tamar versus Chrisean. When I find it, I'm going to post it on my page. But when I find it, I'm going to post it on my page. Because I remember she, you know, and then remember she came out and hold on. Remember this, y'all? Hold on.
What I saw was a lot of hypocritical situations. The first day that we all sat here, you and my mother went on about her staying in the process, no matter what. And here is the leader who left first.
No, hold on.
You asked me what I saw.
Once an agreement is violated and a commitment is broken, all bets are off.
I felt disrespected and singled out because you didn't take the time to get to know me. You have a behavior problem. Your behavior is deterring away from what your point is. Well, that's a little disrespectful and unfair because I've never gotten a chance to speak my piece.
And how did you contribute?
I contributed by keeping my commitment, although my business wasn't handled.
What commitment did you keep?
To be here.
At what time?
to be here, period.
No, that's not the commitment. Commitment. What time was on your call sheet?
1:30.
And what time did you arrive?
I have absolutely no idea.
Were you here at 1:30?
Absolutely not.
So you broke a commitment, violated an agreement, and broke a commitment. That was your contribution.
I didn't violate an agreement.
Yeah, you
my
did.
Commitment. I mean, I'm sorry, violate an agreement, not my commitment.
Yeah, you did. Once you violated the agreement, Miss Tamar, the commitment was broken.
Okay.
I don't accept excuses. We're talking grown people. Bigfoot women, as my grandmother would say. Can I ask you something, Miss Evelyn? Do you know what her pain is? Because the only reason a person would behave in this manner.
We're not going to throw this behavior word around again. We're not going to do that. She does not have a behavior problem, and that's not fair.
First of all, your finger in my face is not going to work for me.
But the name calling is not going to work for me.
I haven't called you a name.
You said behavior problem.
I did not say behavior problem. I said
behavior. What does that mean?
You are disruptive. You are abusive, Tamar.
Really?
You are violent, Tamar. No one can say anything.
And you're just condescending and hypocritical. That is wrong.
Nobody.
You cannot just throw out names like that.
I'm real clear about what I'm experiencing.
Very clear about my experience as well.
Okay, but I have a right to my experience.
And I have a right to detest your experience.
Do you want to do this?
Do you? Because I don't appreciate you keep throwing out these names. That is what about my disrespect? All I have been is disrespectful. I've been called. Wait a minute.
Calm down. Whether you agree with Ayala or not, you cannot disrespect her. Tell her what you feel, but it's a way to do it, baby.
So I'm not due respect.
No, respect your elders. Let's go with the word. You want to go with the word? I got this, Trina.
I didn't say anything, Mommy. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you right darn now. You say one more word, and I got you. We will respect her. Do I make myself clear? I see the hurt. I know you're hurt.
I'm not hurt. I'm just respected.
You're going to calm down. She's frustrated for a lot of things. There's a lot that's going on with Tamar. And that's why we're here.
The only reason a person would fight so much to be seen is if they weren't seen.
Girl.
The reason they would fight so much to be heard is if they don't felt they were heard.
You really gonna quit with this name calling? I'm not here for that.
Which name calling are you here?
I now want to be seen. You really gotta watch your mouth. Like, what are you talking about? Who talks to me like that? Who talks to anybody like that? I ain't talking to you like that. You want to be seen, but now you're being abusive because you're cutting me off. Abusive says.
You know what? I'm sharing my experience.
Say out my comment, sis.
I'm not your sister. I am 2 years younger than your mother. I got underwear older than you.
I hope you ain't got them, because that's nice.
I do have them. And they're clean.
I can't take this. How you gonna tell me how to act if you're acting the exact same?
No, I'm not.
You're being abusive. You're cutting me off.
So why don't we take a break?
Baby, you have the right to excuse yourself from the nonsense. I had to go in the car, turn the air all the way up, and just focus and take a minute and take a beat, because I felt myself going off. And
Tamar.
What I saw was a lot of hypocritical.
Y'all remember that?
I do. She showed her butt.
Hi, Nene.
Hold on. These my babies. Hold on. So y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Well, she did. She showed her butt. Well, she really did. Yeah. It is. I have to find it, y'all. I know I can find it. Where she was supposed to have allegedly assaulted somebody or something like that. So I'm gonna look it up and find it. And then we know Mr. Patty Pie, he has a history of throwing people to the side. That's what I'm saying. He was the victim, but he has a history of, excuse my language, kicking ass.
Does he?
Yes.
Girl, I ain't know nothing about that. I had never heard about. Well, of course, I heard about the Patty Pie thing back when that happened, but other than that, I didn't know nothing about this.
Yeah, he was on this show, and shoot, he don't discriminate, baby.
What?
He don't discriminate. Hold on, let me find it. Let me see if I can find the old reel of his. He was on some show, and baby, he was not doing the radio at all. I wouldn't think it was before. Was it after the Patty Pie? Let me find it. I gotta find him on his show. Mm-hmm. What's it? Wait a minute. Not yet. Well, y'all, let me see. Yep. Tamar, you can't talk to Tamar. And that's what I'm saying. Tamar's hot-headed, just like Chrisean is. So, and like you said, even in that, and remember, Tamar didn't hear nothing Ayana Van Zyl said. She was too busy trying to defend herself. And that'd be Chrisean. Chrisean don't hear nothing people say. She listened to defend.
Right.
That's what she does. She listens to defend.
Right.
But it's been real, girl. You got any last words?
No, ma'am. I'm about to get off here and go eat my dinner.
Okay, boo. Thank you for coming up and hanging out with your girl.
You too. I'll talk to you later, girl.
All right, boo.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. We didn't unpack some stuff. We will probably unpack part 2 to the Karlissa video probably Saturday. I think I'm gonna take a day break tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna. If anything, I'll probably post a video or something. I just need a break, a mental break from this. So we will listen to part 2 and talk about part 2. I'm probably gonna go ahead and finish watching it or whatever, so that I can bring out my own bullet points. But I just want y'all to say, everybody that know and that no sister girl told the truth from the beginning about the master plan, all y'all got to do is go like my backup channel and bring me an extra subscriber. That's it. That's all I ask. Saturday, we also will be playing some type of little game or whatever, giving out prizes and stuff, because I didn't do anything when I got my 5K, y'all. But I think I'm going to do something. So bring a friend. We might play some bingo or something fun. You know what I'm saying? So bring a friend on Saturday. And that's really it, y'all. Make sure you tune in, set your notifications. Please like, comment, subscribe. Know that we are for sure going to be on here, trying to figure some things out. So, y'all, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
Love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Get to taking that off me. Yeah. 'Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night for you. Love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Get to taking that off me. Yeah. 'Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night for you.